Beloved listener, let us journey into the sacred art of manifestation. Many have sought the answer to a simple yet profound question: how can I bring my desires to fruition quickly? The answer lies not in labor, nor in the approval of the world around you, but in the quiet, powerful workings of your inner world. The understanding that you are the creator of your reality is one of the most transformative realizations a person can have. It shifts you from feeling like a passive participant in life to recognizing your immense power as the architect of your experience. Life is not something that happens to you, it is something that unfolds through you. Every thought, feeling, and belief within you is a seed, and the reality you perceive is the harvest of those seeds. This principle is not just a comforting notion, it is the foundation of the creative process that governs the universe. Everything begins in the mind. The reality you experience is a reflection of the state of consciousness you occupy. If you look around and see lack, struggle, or discord, it is because, at some level, those elements exist within you. Similarly, if you observe abundance, joy, and harmony, it is because you have cultivated those states internally. The external world acts as a mirror, faithfully reflecting back to you the contents of your inner world. This is not a matter of blame but of empowerment. When you understand that you are the source of your reality, you also realize that you have the power to change it. Imagination is the key to creation. It is the divine faculty through which all things are made. Consider the great achievements of humankind, the towering skyscrapers, the intricate works of art, the breakthroughs in science and technology. Each began as a vision in someone's mind. Before they were tangible realities, they existed as ideas, nurtured and believed in until they took form. You have access to this same creative power. Your imagination is not a mere tool for idle daydreaming, it is the workshop of creation, the place where you shape the world to your liking. Alone is not enough. For your creative power to take effect, you must marry your thoughts with emotion. It is not enough to think of what you want, you must feel it. Feelings are the language of the subconscious mind, and it is your subconscious that drives your reality. When you feel as though your desire is already fulfilled, you align yourself with its vibration. In that alignment, the universe moves to bring your desire into being. The feeling is the bridge between the unseen and the seen, the intangible and the tangible. Doubt and fear are the greatest obstacles to this process. When you allow these feelings to dominate your mind, you create resistance. It is like planting a seed and then digging it up every day to see if it has grown. Trust is essential. Trust that the process works, trust that your desires are valid, and trust that the universe is conspiring in your favor. This trust is not passive, it is an active state of faith, a confident knowing that what you have imagined is already on its way to you. The circumstances of your life, no matter how fixed they may seem, are not permanent. They are but the outpicturing of your past states of mind. If you do not like what you see, you have the power to change it. Change begins within. Instead of focusing on what is, turn your attention to what could be. Instead of dwelling on lack, cultivate a sense of abundance. Instead of worrying about the future, nurture feelings of peace and confidence. This is not escapism, it is the deliberate act of creating a new reality. One of the most empowering aspects of this truth is that it works universally and without exception. It does not matter who you are, where you come from, or what your current circumstances are. The laws of creation apply equally to all. The same process that brings wealth to one person can bring it to another. The same principles that foster love in one life can foster it in yours. The universe is impartial, responding not to your status or past actions, but to the vibration you emit in the present moment. The responsibility is a crucial part of this understanding. To accept that you are the creator of your reality is to take full responsibility for your life. This does not mean blaming yourself for every hardship, but recognizing that you hold the power to respond and transform. Even in situations that seem beyond your control, you have the ability to choose how you perceive and react to them. This choice is your power. When you respond with faith, hope, and creativity, you shift the energy around you, opening the door to new possibilities. There are no limits to what you can create, except those you impose upon yourself. Often, people believe they are bound by their circumstances, their upbringing, or their perceived weaknesses. But these are illusions. The only true limitation is the one you accept as real. When you release these false beliefs and step into the awareness of your creative power, the world opens up to you. You are not here to live a life of mediocrity or struggle. You are here to express the fullness of your being, to create, to thrive, and to experience the joy of bringing your visions to life. The journey of creation is one of self-discovery. As you become more conscious of your thoughts and feelings, you gain insight into who you truly are. You begin to see that your essence is not separate from the source of creation itself. You are not a small, powerless being adrift in a chaotic world. You are a spark of the divine, endowed with the ability to shape reality through the power of your mind and heart. To know that you are the creator of your reality is to awaken to your true potential. It is to step out of the role of victim and into the role of master. Life will always present challenges, but when you understand your creative power, you face them with confidence, knowing that you have the ability to transform any situation. This truth is not just a philosophy, it's a way of life. Embrace it, live it, and watch as the world transforms before your very eyes. To manifest the life you desire, there is a profound yet simple principle you must understand. You must feel as if your desire is already fulfilled. The essence of creation lies not in the act of longing or hoping, but in embodying the state of having. This principle transcends mere wishful thinking. It is the deliberate act of aligning your inner world with the reality you wish to experience. In doing so, you shift your vibration, drawing your desires into your life effortlessly and naturally. The act of feeling it as if it's already done requires you to bypass the physical senses. What your eyes see, your ears hear, and your hands touch are reflections of your past assumptions. They are not the arbiters of what is possible. If you rely solely on your senses to validate your desires, you will remain trapped in the loop of what already exists. Instead, you must turn inward, using your imagination and emotions to construct a new reality. Imagination is the gateway to creation. When you visualize your desire, do so with vivid clarity. See yourself living in the house you desire, driving the car you dream of, or experiencing the love you long for. But do not stop at the visual. Feel the joy, the excitement, the peace that comes with having it. Engage all your senses in this inner experience. If it is a home you want, imagine walking through its rooms, feeling the texture of the furniture, and hearing the sounds of the space. Make it real within you, for this inner reality is the seed of your outer reality. Feeling is the language of the subconscious mind, and it is your subconscious that holds the power to shape your life. Words alone carry little weight if they are not accompanied by feeling. To say, "I am wealthy," while feeling poor, is to send conflicting signals to your subconscious. It is the feeling behind the words that determines the outcome. When you genuinely feel as if you are already wealthy, your subconscious accepts this as truth and works tirelessly to bring it into manifestation. This process requires a deep trust in the unseen. The physical world may show no immediate evidence of your desires, but this is not a sign of failure. It is a sign that the seed is germinating. Trust that your inner work is creating shifts in the unseen realms. The moment you feel your desire as real, it begins to take form. The time it takes to materialize depends on your persistence and faith in the process. Many struggle with this principle because they allow doubt and fear to creep in. They look around and see the absence of what they want, and their faith wavers. To feel it as if it's already done, you must train yourself to focus on the inner reality rather than the outer circumstances. This requires discipline and a willingness to step beyond the limitations of the senses. It is not denial of the current reality, but a conscious choice to dwell in the reality you are creating. One of the most powerful tools for feeling it as if it's already done is gratitude. Gratitude is a state of acknowledgement and appreciation, and it is one of the highest vibrations you can emit. When you feel grateful for something, you affirm its presence in your life. Even if it has not yet materialized in the physical world, expressing gratitude for it as if it has already arrived, signals to the universe that you are aligned with its fulfillment. This state of gratitude opens the floodgates for your desires to flow into your experience. Another aspect of this principle is detachment. To feel as if it's already done means to release the need for it to happen. Neediness creates resistance, for it comes from a place of lack. When you need something, you are affirming its absence. But when you feel as if it's already done, you enter a state of wholeness and completeness. You no longer chase or cling to your desire, because you know it is already yours. This state of detachment allows the universe to bring your desire to you in the most harmonious and effortless way. The act of feeling it as if it's already done is not confined to specific moments of meditation or visualization. It is a way of being. Throughout your day, carry the feeling of fulfillment with you. Act as if your desire has already been realized. Speak, think, and behave as the person who already has what they want. This consistent embodiment reinforces the vibration of your desire and speeds up its manifestation. It is also essential to recognize that the process of feeling it as if it's already done is not a one-time event. It is a practice. Each time you consciously generate the feeling of fulfillment, you strengthen the connection between your inner and outer realities. Over time, this practice becomes second nature, and you will find yourself manifesting with greater ease and speed. When you truly feel as if your desire is already done, you eliminate all doubt. You no longer question whether it will happen, because in your mind and heart, it already has. This certainty is the hallmark of a master manifester. It is not arrogance but a quiet confidence born from the understanding of universal laws. The principle of feeling it as if it's already done is a call to take control of your inner world. It is an invitation to step into the role of creator and to trust in the power of your imagination and emotions. As you practice this principle, you will come to see that the external world is but a shadow of your inner state. When you align with the feeling of your desire fulfilled, the world will shift to reflect it. You will discover that there is no limit to what you can create when you live in the knowing that it is already done. The power of intention and clarity is the foundation upon which all creation rests. Intention is the conscious choice to bring something into existence, while clarity provides the focused vision that directs your energy toward its fulfillment. Together, these elements serve as a blueprint for manifesting the life you desire. Without intention, you drift aimlessly, reacting to life rather than creating it. Without clarity, your efforts scatter in multiple directions, failing to gain the momentum necessary to bring about transformation. When intention and clarity unite, they form an unstoppable force, aligning your inner world with the infinite potential of the universe. Everything begins with intention. It is the seed from which all possibilities grow. Intention is not merely wishing or hoping, it is a deliberate act of will. It is the declaration that you are committed to bringing forth a specific outcome. When you set an intention, you send a clear message to the universe and to your subconscious mind. This message serves as a directive, activating the forces of creation to move in your favor. But for intention to work its magic, it must be genuine and focused. A vague or half-hearted intention lacks the energy to inspire action and attract the resources needed to manifest your desires. Clarity amplifies the power of intention by giving it direction. Imagine a beam of light scattered in all directions. Its impact is minimal. Now imagine that same beam concentrated into a laser. It becomes powerful enough to cut through steel. This is the difference clarity makes. When you are clear about what you want, you eliminate doubt and confusion. Your energy becomes concentrated, and your actions align effortlessly with your goals. Clarity is the anchor that keeps you steady, even when challenges arise. It allows you to see past distractions and remain focused on your ultimate destination. The process of gaining clarity begins with self-reflection. What is it that you truly desire? Not what society tells you to want or what others expect of you, but what resonates deeply with your heart and soul. To find this answer, you must look within, stripping away the noise of the external world. Ask yourself, what brings me joy? What fulfills me? What aligns with my highest purpose? The answers to these questions form the foundation of your intentions. Clarity comes when your desires are authentic, rooted in who you are rather than who you think you should be. Once you have set a clear intention, the next step is to align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with it. This alignment creates coherence between your inner and outer worlds, making the manifestation process seamless. Your thoughts should consistently reflect the reality you wish to create. Your feelings should embody the emotions associated with its fulfillment: joy, gratitude, excitement, or peace. Finally, your actions should mirror your commitment to your intention. Even small, consistent steps in the direction of your goal signal to the universe that you are serious about your desire. It is essential to trust the process and remain patient. Intention and clarity are not magic wands that deliver instant results. They are guiding forces that unfold your desires in divine timing. Often people set an intention and expect immediate evidence of its manifestation. When results do not appear right away, they become discouraged and abandon their goal. This is where faith and persistence come into play. Trust that your intention has been heard and that the universe is orchestrating events to bring it to fruition. Remain steadfast, knowing that clarity and focus will eventually bear fruit. A crucial aspect of intention is detachment. While it is important to be clear and passionate about your desires, you must also let go of the need to control how and when they will manifest. Attachment creates resistance as it stems from a place of lack and fear. Detachment, on the other hand, signals confidence and trust. When you release your grip on the outcome, you allow the universe to work its magic in ways you may not have anticipated. Often the results will exceed your expectations, arriving in forms more perfect than you could have imagined. Clarity also involves understanding the deeper why behind your intention. Why do you want what you desire? What is the purpose it serves in your life? When you connect with the underlying reason for your intention, you infuse it with greater meaning and power. For example, the intention to manifest financial abundance becomes more potent when tied to a purpose, such as providing for your family, contributing to a cause, or experiencing greater freedom. This deeper why keeps you motivated and aligned, even in the face of challenges. The power of intention and clarity is not limited to personal goals. It can also be applied to broader aspects of life. Whether you seek improved relationships, better health, or a deeper spiritual connection, the process remains the same. Set a clear intention, align with it wholeheartedly, and trust in its fulfillment. When you live with intention, every moment becomes purposeful. Clarity allows you to navigate life with confidence, knowing that you are moving toward a future of your own design. The combination of intention and clarity is transformative. It empowers you to take control of your life and step into the role of creator. No longer are you at the mercy of external circumstances. You become the architect of your destiny. With intention as your compass and clarity as your guide, you chart a path toward a life that reflects your highest aspirations. This is the essence of living with purpose, and it is a gift available to all who choose to claim it. It is one of the most powerful yet misunderstood principles in the process of manifesting your desires. To many, detachment might sound like indifference or a lack of commitment, but in reality, it is the key to unlocking the speed and ease with which your desires can come to fruition. When you master the art of detachment, you free yourself from the resistance, fear, and doubt that often hinder manifestation. Detachment does not mean giving up on what you want. It means releasing the need to control how and when it will arrive, trusting that the process is unfolding perfectly in its own time. At the core of detachment is the understanding that clinging to an outcome stems from a sense of lack. When you feel an intense need for something to happen, you are energetically affirming its absence. This state of neediness creates resistance, as it signals to your subconscious mind and the universe that you do not believe your desire is already yours. The energy of lack and desperation slows down the process, making your desire seem further away than it truly is. Detachment, on the other hand, signals confidence and trust. It declares that you know your desire is already on its way and that you are at peace, regardless of the timing or the means of its arrival. When you are detached, you remain emotionally balanced. Your happiness and sense of fulfillment are not dependent on whether your desire manifests in the exact way you imagined. This emotional equilibrium is a powerful state because it aligns you with the flow of life. Instead of forcing outcomes, you allow them to unfold naturally. The universe operates in harmony with your energy, responding to the clarity of your intention and the ease of your detachment. In this state, you become a magnet for your desires, as there is no resistance blocking their manifestation. Detachment also frees you from the need to micromanage the process. Often people become fixated on how their desire will come to pass. They try to control every detail, thinking that by doing so, they can ensure its success. However, this approach often backfires, as it limits the infinite ways in which the universe can bring your desire to you. When you detach, you open yourself to possibilities beyond your imagination. You trust that the universe is infinitely resourceful and that it knows the best and most efficient way to fulfill your intention. One of the most liberating aspects of detachment is the release of time-related anxiety. When you are attached to a specific timeline, you constantly check for evidence of progress, and any perceived delay can lead to frustration and doubt. This impatience creates a vibration of resistance, which only slows down the process further. Detachment allows you to let go of the need for immediate results, knowing that everything is happening in perfect timing. Paradoxically, when you stop obsessing over how quickly your desire will manifest, it often happens much faster. Detachment also fosters a deeper connection with your inner self. When you are attached to an outcome, your focus is external. You look to the outer world for validation and confirmation that your desire is on its way. This outward focus can disconnect you from the true source of your power, which lies within. Detachment brings your attention back to your inner state, where you cultivate the feelings of joy, gratitude, and fulfillment that align with your desire. This inner alignment is what ultimately creates your external reality. A practical way to practice detachment is to shift your focus from the how and when to the what and why. Be clear about what you want and why it matters to you, but let go of the specifics of how it will happen or when it will arrive. Trust that the universe is orchestrating events in your favor and that your role is simply to stay aligned with the vibration of your desire. Focus on enjoying the present moment, knowing that your desire is already making its way to you. Gratitude is another powerful tool for cultivating detachment. When you express gratitude for what you already have and for what is coming, you affirm that you are in a state of abundance. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to fulfillment, reinforcing the belief that you are already complete. This sense of completeness dissolves the neediness and attachment that can block your manifestations. Gratitude allows you to embrace the present moment while confidently anticipating the blessings of the future. Detachment also requires a level of faith and trust in the process. It is the belief that you are supported by a loving and intelligent universe that always has your best interests at heart. When you trust the process, you no longer feel the need to control every aspect of it. You understand that sometimes what appears to be a delay or a detour is actually a necessary part of the journey. Trusting the process allows you to relax and enjoy the unfolding of your desires, knowing that everything is working out for your highest good. Detachment is about surrendering control while maintaining faith and focus. It is the balance between intention and trust, between desire and contentment. When you master detachment, you align yourself with the natural flow of creation, allowing your desires to manifest with ease and speed. You become a co-creator with the universe, working in harmony with its infinite wisdom and abundance. Detachment is not about giving up, it is about letting go of resistance and stepping into the effortless flow of life, where all things are possible. Revision can alter your path in profound and transformative ways, reshaping not only your external reality but also your internal landscape. In the process of manifestation, revision is the powerful tool that allows you to change your perception of past events, thus altering the future. Many people believe that their past defines them, that the experiences they've lived through shape who they are and what they can become. However, revision offers a liberating truth: the past is not fixed, and by changing the way you view it, you can change the course of your life. Revision begins with the understanding that time is not linear. Our perception of time is rooted in the present moment, and what we recall about the past is filtered through the lens of our current beliefs and emotions. In essence, the past exists only in our minds, and how we choose to remember it directly influences how we experience our present and future. By revising our memories, we reshape the very framework within which we live, allowing new opportunities and realities to emerge. The process of revision starts with the realization that the power to change your reality is within you. You do not need to wait for external circumstances to shift. The key lies in changing the way you feel about the past. When you alter your thoughts and emotions related to past events, you release their hold on your current life. The past no longer has the power to limit your possibilities because you have rewritten it in a way that empowers you rather than diminishing you. One of the most effective ways to revise your past is by using the power of imagination. Imagination is not merely a fantasy or daydream, it is the creative force that shapes your experience of life. Through imagination, you can mentally reconstruct events, conversations, and situations, infusing them with the emotions and outcomes you desire. For example, if you've experienced a setback or failure, you can revise the memory to reflect a positive outcome. Instead of remembering a moment of disappointment, you can imagine that everything unfolded perfectly, that the people involved reacted in a way that supported your success, and that the situation ultimately led you to a better path. By revising the past in this way, you begin to free yourself from the emotional baggage that might have been holding you back. Every time you mentally replay a revised version of an event, you are conditioning your subconscious mind to accept it as your new truth. The more you practice this revision, the more powerful the new reality becomes. You start to believe that success and fulfillment are your natural states, not something you must struggle to achieve. This process of revision can be applied not only to past events but also to relationships, self-image, and future goals. If there are aspects of your life where you feel disempowered, you can revise those areas to reflect strength, confidence, and abundance. If you face challenges in relationships, whether with family, friends, or romantic partners, you can revise those interactions to reflect love, understanding, and harmony. In doing so, you are sending a clear message to your subconscious mind that this new reality is the one you are creating. Another crucial aspect of revision is the emotional component. Emotions are the energy that drives manifestation. The energy behind your thoughts dictates the speed and effectiveness with which you manifest your desires. If your past is filled with negative emotions, such as regret, guilt, or anger, those emotions continue to influence your present state. Revision allows you to replace these lower vibrational emotions with feelings of joy, love, and gratitude. When you revise an event and feel the positive emotions associated with it, you shift your energy and vibration. This shift creates an environment where new, more aligned experiences can manifest. Revision also has the power to release the past's grip on your sense of identity. People often define themselves by their past, by the mistakes they've made, the failures they've encountered, or the challenges they've faced. But when you revise these experiences, you remove the labels that have been attached to you. You no longer see yourself as someone defined by past mistakes or limitations. Instead, you see yourself as the empowered creator of your own reality. You are not a prisoner of your past. You are free to choose who you want to be moving forward. Revision offers the freedom to reshape your future. Since your past and present are deeply interconnected, changing your past changes your present and by extension, your future. If you change the way you feel about past obstacles, failures, or limitations, you create a new trajectory for your life. You begin to see new possibilities, ones that were once hidden beneath the weight of past beliefs. The revised version of your past becomes the foundation for a future built on success, abundance, and happiness. It is important to note that revision is not about ignoring or denying your past experiences. It is not about pretending that negative things didn't happen or that challenges didn't exist. It is about shifting the meaning you attach to those experiences. When you revise, you are not erasing the past, you are changing your perception of it. You are choosing to see every event as an opportunity for growth, every obstacle as a stepping stone to greater success. You are acknowledging that everything in your life has brought you to this moment, and that you now have the power to change the course of your future. The beauty of revision is that it is always available to you. No matter what has happened in your life, you can begin the process of rewriting it at any time. Every moment presents a fresh opportunity to change your mind, to revise your story, and to create a new path forward. The key to manifestation is not simply wishing for change, it is actively participating in the creation of your reality by revising your past, revising your beliefs, and revising your perceptions. In doing so, you step into your power as the creator of your life, knowing that the path ahead is always within your control. Persistence is the key that unlocks the door to your deepest desires. It is the unwavering belief in your vision, the constant effort, and the firm conviction that no matter how long it takes, your desire will eventually manifest. It's the understanding that the process of creation doesn't always happen instantly, but that persistence, combined with faith, will eventually make your vision solidify into reality. When you persist, you are engaging in a powerful act of creation, shifting your inner world so that your outer world must align with it. Your desire, when persistently held in your mind, must harden into reality, as the law of manifestation dictates. In manifestation is not about forcing the universe to deliver or trying to bend reality to your will. Instead, it's about aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions so that they are in harmony with the desire you wish to bring into existence. It's about holding on to your vision with steady faith, regardless of external circumstances. When you persist, you build momentum. Just as a seed planted in the earth eventually pushes through the soil after enduring the right conditions, your desire will break through into the physical realm once the right conditions, belief, emotion, and persistence are maintained. The most important part of persistence is the mental and emotional consistency that you maintain. Your thoughts and feelings are the building blocks of your reality. They are the forces that shape your experience, creating an energetic match for your desires. The act of persisting is an act of aligning your energy to the feeling of already having what you want. When you persist in maintaining this alignment, it doesn't matter what you see in the external world. What matters is the faith you continue to hold, knowing that the energy you have invested in your desire is making it more real every day. Persistence in manifestation requires unwavering belief. Doubt and uncertainty have the power to undo all the progress you've made. The universe is neutral, it simply reflects what you put out into the world. So when you persist, you must also guard your thoughts. You cannot allow the outside world to sway your belief. What you focus on expands. By persisting in holding the image of your desired reality, you allow that vision to imprint upon your subconscious mind. And once your subconscious is fully aligned with your desire, it begins to reshape your external world to match that vision. This persistence is not about exerting force or willpower. It is about a deep, quiet certainty that your desire is already yours. The key is in continuing to hold that belief, even when the evidence of its manifestation is not yet visible. The world may not instantly reflect your thoughts, but by consistently and persistently holding the vibration of your desire, you align yourself with the frequency that will eventually cause it to materialize. An essential part of persistence is not wavering when things don't appear to be going as expected. The delay or seeming absence of your desire is not a signal to give up. It is an opportunity for you to deepen your belief and trust in the process. Understand that reality is malleable, and what appears to be an obstacle or delay is simply the universe rearranging things behind the scenes. When you persist, you give the universe the space and time it needs to align everything in perfect order for your manifestation to unfold. The more you persist, the more the universe responds, as it begins to solidify the outcome you've been visualizing and feeling. Manifestation is an energetic process, and persistence means continuing to nurture that energy. It's about cultivating an emotional state that is in harmony with your desired outcome. When you hold on to your vision and consistently embody the feelings of having already achieved it, the law of attraction kicks into action. The emotional energy you put out, coupled with your mental focus, creates the conditions for your desire to materialize. This doesn't mean that everything will come immediately, but it does mean that your persistence ensures that the process is moving forward, whether you can see it or not. Persistence also requires you to take inspired action. While you don't need to force things into being, the universe does respond to action that aligns with your desire. When you take action with faith, knowing that you are walking in the direction of your dream, the universe will start to open doors and provide opportunities that align with your vision. Persistence in this sense is about staying engaged with your desire while being open to the flow of opportunities and possibilities that come your way. Another crucial element of persistence is the mental discipline to shut out negative influences. This means not listening to the voices of doubt or skepticism, whether from others or your own mind. The energy of doubt interferes with the process of manifestation, as it sends conflicting signals to the universe. When you persist, you cultivate the inner strength to ignore distractions, criticism, and fear. You stay focused on your vision, no matter what the outside world tells you. You also need to practice patience as part of persistence. The process of manifestation often takes time, and even though you may feel that your desire is not appearing quickly enough, your persistence in holding the vision is what is slowly creating the conditions for it to come into being. Understand that the universe is working on your behalf, aligning people, situations, and opportunities to bring you exactly what you've asked for. While you may not see the immediate results, persistence requires you to trust in the unfolding process. Persistence is not about forcing results or obsessing over the outcome. It's about maintaining a steady belief, a consistent alignment with your desire, and an unwavering trust in the process. When you persist, you are sending a message to the universe that you believe in your desire and that you will not be swayed by external circumstances. The more you persist, the more your desire becomes an undeniable reality, eventually solidifying into the physical world. As you continue, you will witness the transformation, as your thoughts, emotions, and actions all come together to create the life you've been visualizing. It is this persistence, this continual nurturing of your vision, that ensures that your desire will harden into reality, just as the seed eventually blossoms into the full manifestation of its potential. In conclusion, the journey of manifestation is one of deep faith, persistent effort, and unwavering belief. It is a process where the mind, emotions, and actions work in unison to create the reality you desire. From the power of intention and clarity to the practice of revision and detachment, each element plays a crucial role in shaping your world. The key is to remain persistent, knowing that your desires are already on their way and that the universe is always working behind the scenes to align everything in perfect timing. But keep nurturing your vision, remain consistent in your efforts, and trust the process, for in doing so, your reality will inevitably transform. Thank you for joining me today. May your journey of manifestation be filled with unwavering belief, inspired action, and the joy of seeing your dreams unfold into reality. You may believe that time is your greatest obstacle, but I assure you, the creation of your reality is not bound by days or weeks. In 3 days, you can manifest anything you desire, if you learn to command your mind and harness the infinite power within you. The first step is clarity. What do you want? Do not say, I want to be happy, or I want to be rich. Be exact. Define your wish with such clarity that it takes form in your mind. Imagine the end result, not the steps, not the process, but the fulfillment of your desire. Clarity is the foundation upon which all manifestation rests. Without clarity, the mind becomes a chaotic landscape of scattered desires, conflicting intentions, and half-formed wishes. To manifest anything in life, one must understand that clarity is not just a tool but a prerequisite. It is the precision of thought and intention that channels the boundless creative power within us. Imagine setting out on a journey without a destination. No matter how fast you travel or how long you strive, you will wander aimlessly. Similarly, when your desires are vague or undefined, your energy is dissipated, and the outcome remains elusive. To manifest with clarity, begin by asking yourself one simple question: what do I truly want? It sounds straightforward, but many struggle with this because they confuse fleeting whims with their deeper desires. They might say, I want success or I want love, but these statements lack the specificity needed for the mind to grasp them fully. Success in what? Love with whom? What does it look like, feel like, sound like? The universe responds not to vague ideas, but to vivid, precise visions. When you articulate your desire with absolute clarity, you set a clear intention that acts as a blueprint for creation. Clarity requires stripping away doubts, fears, and societal expectations. Often people are unclear about what they want because they allow external influences to cloud their vision. They desire what they believe they should want rather than what resonates with their true selves. This creates a disconnect between their conscious and subconscious minds, leading to frustration and stagnation. To gain clarity, one must turn inward and listen to the voice of their inner being. Meditate on your desires, journal your thoughts, and refine your vision until it feels authentic and aligned with your soul. When you are clear about your desire, it becomes a magnet. Your thoughts, feelings, and actions naturally align with this vision, drawing opportunities, people, and circumstances that resonate with it. Clarity eliminates resistance. Without it, you may find yourself oscillating between conflicting thoughts like, I want this, but maybe I should settle for that, or I hope this happens, but what if it doesn't? These contradictions dilute your focus and send mixed signals to the universe. However, when you are unwaveringly clear, your mind becomes a laser beam, cutting through obstacles and illuminating the path to your goal. Visualization is a powerful practice for cultivating clarity. Close your eyes and create a mental picture of your desired outcome. See it in as much detail as possible. Clarity also requires
If your
faith.
goal is a new home,
It is not enough to know
imagine
what
its
you
design,
want. You must believe
the color
in its
of the walls,
inevitability.
the scent of fresh
Doubt
paint,
clouds the mind
sound
and
of
weakens your
footsteps on the
focus,
floors,
while
and
the
the
warmth of sunlight
sharpens your
streams
vision
through
and
the windows.
strengthens your resolve.
Engage all your senses
Trust
until
that
the
the image
universe
feels
is
so
so
real
real
that
that
it
it
evokes
evokes
genuine emotions
even
of
when you
joy,
cannot yet see
excitement,
the
or
evidence.
peace.
This
These
trust
emotions
allows
are
you
the
to
fuel
remain
that powers
clear
your
and
manifestation,
unwavering, even in the face of temporary delays or challenges. Many people underestimate the importance of clarity because they are preoccupied with how they fixate on the steps needed to achieve their desire, instead of focusing on the end result. This is a critical mistake. The how is not your concern, it is the domain of the infinite intelligence that orchestrates all creation. Your only task is to define your desire with clarity and hold that vision firmly in your mind. The universe will arrange the circumstances, often in ways you could never predict. Clarity is not a one-time act, it is an ongoing practice. As you grow and evolve, your desires may shift and your vision may require refinement. This is natural. The key is to remain adaptable while staying true to your core intention. Regularly revisit your vision and ensure it still resonates with your deepest desires. If necessary, adjust it without losing sight of its essence. Lastly, clarity breeds confidence. When you are clear about what you want, you move through life with a sense of purpose and direction. Decisions become easier because you have a clear criterion for evaluating your choices. Does this align with my vision? This confidence is magnetic. It inspires others to support you, attracts resources to your cause, and opens doors that once seemed closed. In the realm of manifestation, clarity is the power that transforms thought into reality. It is the unwavering focus that turns dreams into achievements. To manifest anything, begin with clarity. Define your desire with precision, visualize it with intensity, and believe in its inevitability. With clarity, you align your mind, heart, and spirit, creating a harmonious flow of energy that brings your vision to life. In this state, manifestation becomes not only possible, but inevitable. The act of feeling your desire as real is the cornerstone of manifestation. It is not enough to think about what you want or to simply visualize it in your mind. To bring your desires into reality, you must engage your emotions and embody the state of having already achieved them. This principle transcends mere intellectual understanding. It is about immersing yourself so deeply in the imagined experience that it feels indistinguishable from reality. When you feel it as real, you align your inner world with the reality you wish to create. and the outer world begins to conform to this alignment. The key to feeling something as real lies in the power of imagination. Imagination is not a fleeting daydream, it is the creative faculty that shapes your reality. When you close your eyes and enter the scene of your fulfilled desire, you are not merely playing pretend. You are creating a mental blueprint that the universe uses to materialize your vision. The challenge, however, is to make this imagined state feel as vivid and authentic as your current physical reality. To do this, you must engage all your senses. If your desire is to manifest a loving relationship, imagine the warmth of your partner's embrace, the sound of their laughter, the scent of their favorite perfume or cologne, and the joy of their presence. Feel the softness of their hand in yours and hear the words they speak to you. The more detailed and sensory-rich your imagination, the more real it becomes. You are not merely visualizing, you are experiencing. Emotions are the bridge between your imagination and your reality. Thoughts alone are not enough to manifest, they must be infused with the emotional energy that corresponds to your desired outcome. If your wish is to achieve financial abundance, what does that feel like? Does it feel like freedom, security, or joy? Identify the dominant emotion associated with your desire and allow yourself to feel it fully. This emotional state is the signal you send to the universe, and it acts as a magnet, drawing circumstances that match it. Now, one of the most powerful aspects of feeling your desire as real is the way it shifts your identity. When you embody the emotions and state of being of someone who already has what they want, you begin to think, speak, and act differently. You no longer approach life from a place of lack or longing. Instead, you carry yourself with the confidence and certainty of someone who is fulfilled. This change in identity creates a ripple effect in your reality, as the world reflects back to you the version of yourself you have chosen to become. The mind does not differentiate between real and imagined experiences. This is why a vivid dream can evoke genuine emotions, or why recalling a happy memory can make you smile. When you feel your desire as real, your subconscious mind accepts it as truth and begins to work tirelessly to align your external reality with this internal belief. It influences your thoughts, actions, and even the people and opportunities you attract, all in service of making your imagined state a physical reality. Feeling it as real requires more than fleeting moments of imagination. It demands persistence and consistency. Doubts and fears will inevitably arise, especially if your current circumstances seem far removed from your desired outcome. When this happens, return to the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Practice it daily, even if only for a few minutes. Let it become a habit, a natural part of your inner world. Over time, the imagined state will feel more familiar and comfortable than your current reality, and this is when change begins to happen. Another crucial element of feeling it as real is to avoid focusing on the absence of your desire. Many people sabotage their manifestations by dwelling on the fact that their wish has not yet materialized. This focus on lack generates feelings of frustration, impatience, or doubt, which contradict the emotional state needed to manifest. Instead, act as though your desire is already fulfilled. Celebrate it in your mind, feel gratitude for it, and trust that it is on its way, even if you cannot yet see it. Gratitude is a powerful amplifier of the feeling of reality. When you feel grateful for something as though it already exists, you reinforce the belief that it is yours. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is missing to what is present, creating a sense of abundance and fulfillment. As you practice gratitude for your desire, you strengthen the emotional connection to your vision and accelerate its manifestation. The final piece of feeling it as real is trust. Trust that the universe is responding to your emotional state, even if there are no immediate signs. Trust that your inner world is the source of your external reality, and that by sustaining the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you are creating the conditions for its inevitable appearance. This trust allows you to detach from the outcome and surrender the how and when, knowing that the process is already in motion. To feel it as real is to live in the state of your wish fulfilled before it manifests. It is to embrace the emotions, thoughts, and identity of someone who already has what they desire. By doing so, you transform your inner world, and your outer world follows suit. This is not a passive act, but an active and deliberate practice of creation, one that holds the power to reshape your reality and bring your dreams to life. The principle of focus over force is a profound realization that achieving your desires is not about struggling or exerting brute strength, but rather about the precision of your attention and the power of your intention. Force is an exhausting endeavor, often rooted in fear, desperation, or the belief that we must push against obstacles to get what we want. Focus, on the other hand, is calm, deliberate, and deeply aligned with the flow of creation. It allows you to harness your energy efficiently and direct it toward your goals without resistance or unnecessary effort. To understand the difference, consider how water carves through stone. It does not force its way through with sheer might. Instead, it flows consistently, guided by its path. Over time, its focused movement shapes the rock, achieving what force could never accomplish. This is the essence of focus. When you apply your attention with clarity and consistency, you align with the natural rhythms of life, allowing circumstances to shift and unfold in your favor. Focus begins with clarity. You cannot direct your energy effectively if you are uncertain about what you truly want. When your mind is scattered, jumping from one idea to another, you dilute your power. It is like trying to light a fire with a magnifying glass, but constantly moving it around the heat never concentrates enough to ignite the flame. To manifest your desires, you must choose one goal, one vision, and commit your attention fully to it. This unwavering focus acts as a beacon, drawing the elements necessary for its fulfillment. Force, by contrast, often emerges from a place of lack or impatience. It is driven by the belief that you must control every detail, manipulate outcomes, or fight against resistance. This approach creates tension, both within yourself and in your external reality. The more you force, the more obstacles seem to appear, as though the universe is reflecting back the chaotic energy you are emitting. Force depletes your energy, leaving you frustrated and disconnected from the ease that is available when you shift to focus. When you focus, you cultivate a state of calm assurance. You trust in the power of your intention and the process of creation. This trust allows you to release the need to micromanage or overanalyze. Instead of chasing after your desire or trying to make it happen through sheer willpower, you hold the vision of your goal clearly in your mind and allow the natural flow of life to guide you. This does not mean you do nothing. It means that your actions are inspired rather than forced. They come from a place of alignment, where effort feels effortless and progress unfolds naturally. The art of focus involves more than just thinking about your desire. It requires feeling it as real and maintaining that emotional state consistently. When you focus on what you want with belief and intention, you generate a powerful vibration that attracts matching circumstances. However, when you approach your desire with force, your energy is often tinged with doubt, fear, or frustration. These emotions create resistance and block the manifestation process. Focus, by contrast, is free of resistance because it is rooted in trust and clarity. One of the greatest challenges is learning to let go of the urge to force outcomes. This requires patience and the ability to remain centered even when progress seems slow or invisible. The temptation to push harder often arises from a lack of faith in the process. But true power lies in maintaining your focus, even in the face of uncertainty. When you trust that your energy and attention are enough to set the wheels of creation in motion, you free yourself from the exhausting cycle of force and struggle. Another important aspect of focus is the ability to say no to distractions. Distractions come in many forms: doubt, fear, the opinions of others, or even competing desires. Each time you allow your attention to wander, you dilute the energy available for your primary goal. Discipline your mind to return to your vision whenever it strays. This is not about forcing yourself to focus, but about gently guiding your thoughts back to where they need to be. Over time, this practice becomes second nature, and your focus becomes a steady flame rather than a flickering spark. Focus also requires alignment between your thoughts, feelings, and actions. If you think about your desire but feel doubt, or act in ways that contradict it, you create internal conflict. To truly focus, you must align all aspects of yourself with your goal. Think thoughts that support your vision, feel the emotions of having already achieved it, and take actions that reflect your belief in its inevitability. This alignment amplifies your energy and accelerates the manifestation process. Focus over force is about surrender. Surrender is not giving up, it is releasing the need to control and allowing the universe to handle the details. When you force, you limit the possibilities by trying to dictate how and when your desire will appear. But when you focus, you open yourself to infinite ways your goal can be achieved, often in ways far better than you could have imagined. Surrendering allows you to move with the current rather than against it, conserving your energy and ensuring a smoother journey. In life, it is not the one who works the hardest or pushes the most who succeeds, but the one who masters the art of focus. By shifting your energy from force to focus, you transform your approach to manifestation. You become like the steady stream of water, flowing effortlessly toward your goal, carving a path with grace and persistence. In this state, you unlock the true power within you and align with the boundless potential of creation. The state of the wish fulfilled is the key to unlocking the life you desire. It is not a matter of hoping, wishing, or waiting for your dreams to come true. It is about assuming that what you desire is already yours. When you embody the state of the wish fulfilled, you align yourself with the energy and reality of your desired outcome, allowing it to materialize effortlessly. This state is a powerful shift in consciousness that bridges the gap between imagination and reality, making the unseen seen. To live in the state of the wish fulfilled, you must first recognize that all creation begins within. The outer world is merely a reflection of your inner world, a mirror of your dominant thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. When you internalize the reality of your wish being fulfilled, you project that certainty outward, and the world begins to rearrange itself to match your internal state. This is not magic, it is the natural law of creation at work. Assuming the state of the wish fulfilled begins with imagination. Imagination is the tool through which you create your desired reality. But when you close your eyes and vividly imagine yourself living the life you desire, you are not merely daydreaming, you are laying the foundation for that reality to manifest. Imagine with all your senses, as though you are already experiencing what you desire. If your wish is to live in abundance, feel the joy of financial freedom, see the numbers in your bank account, hear the affirmations of success from others, and taste the fruits of your labor. The more real the experience in your mind, the more powerfully it imprints on your subconscious mind. The subconscious does not distinguish between real and imagined experiences. When you consistently dwell in the state of the wish fulfilled, your subconscious accepts it as truth and begins to shape your actions, thoughts, and circumstances to align with this new reality. This is why it is critical to persist in this state, even if your current circumstances suggest otherwise. Doubts and fears are natural, but they must not dominate your mental space. Each time you catch yourself slipping into disbelief or focusing on lack, gently guide your thoughts back to the fulfillment of your desire. Feelings are the bridge between imagination and manifestation. To assume the state of the wish fulfilled, you must feel as though your desire is already accomplished. Emotions such as joy, gratitude, and relief are powerful signals to the universe that you are aligned with your desired reality. For instance, if your wish is to find a loving relationship, feel the warmth and happiness of being with your ideal partner. Embrace the emotions that come with your wish as though they are already part of your life. This emotional alignment accelerates the process of manifestation. Living in the state of the wish fulfilled also requires a shift in identity. You must see yourself as the person who already has what you desire. Speak, think, and act in ways that reflect this new identity. If your wish is to achieve success in your career, carry yourself with the confidence and mindset of someone who has already reached that level of achievement. This shift in self-perception is not about pretending or deceiving yourself. It is about stepping into the truth of your potential and aligning with the version of yourself who has already succeeded. Faith plays a vital role in sustaining the state of the wish fulfilled. Faith is the unwavering belief that your desire is already yours, even when external evidence has not yet appeared. It is the conviction that the unseen is as real as the seen, and that your inner state has the power to shape your outer world. Faith allows you to let go of the how and when of manifestation, trusting that the universe will orchestrate the details in perfect timing. Gratitude is another essential aspect of living in this state. When you feel grateful for your desire as though it has already manifested, you amplify the energy of fulfillment. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance and reinforces the belief that your wish is already accomplished. By cultivating a sense of gratitude, you anchor yourself in the emotional state of having, rather than wanting. Persistence is key. The state of the wish fulfilled must become your dominant state of being. It is not enough to visit this state occasionally or when it feels convenient. You must dwell in it consistently, allowing it to permeate your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Each time you choose to align with the reality of your wish being fulfilled, you strengthen the connection between your inner and outer worlds. Surrender is essential. Surrender does not mean giving up on your desire, it means releasing the need to control the outcome. When you dwell in the state of the wish fulfilled, trust that the universe is working on your behalf. Detach from the specifics of how your desire will manifest, and focus instead on maintaining the feeling of fulfillment. This surrender creates space for the universe to bring your desire to you in ways that may surpass your expectations. The state of the wish fulfilled is not about longing or striving, but about being. It is about embodying the reality of your desire so completely that it becomes inevitable. When you live in this state, you transcend doubt and fear, aligning yourself with the flow of creation. Your wish is no longer a distant dream, it is a present reality, waiting to unfold in your experience. Detachment and trust are two foundational pillars of manifesting your desires, and together they create a harmonious relationship between intention and allowing. Detachment is the art of releasing the need to control or obsess over the outcome, while trust is the unwavering belief that what you desire is already on its way to you. When practiced together, detachment and trust free you from the burden of worry and impatience, creating a state of flow where manifestation unfolds naturally. At the heart of detachment lies the understanding that clinging to a desire creates resistance. When you hold on to something too tightly, whether it's a relationship, a goal, or an outcome, you inadvertently signal fear and doubt to the universe. This fear is rooted in the belief that if you let go, the desire may not come to fruition. However, this very attachment can block the energy of manifestation, much like a clenched fist cannot receive a gift. Detachment is not about giving up, it is about releasing the need to control every detail and trusting that the process is unfolding perfectly. Trust is what makes detachment possible. It is the quiet confidence that the universe, or the higher power you believe in, is working behind the scenes to bring your desire to life. Trust requires faith in the unseen and the willingness to let go of the how and when. This does not mean you stop caring about your desire or take no action. It means you act with the assurance that everything is aligning in your favor, even if the path is not immediately visible. Trust allows you to focus on the present moment, knowing that your future is secure. Detachment does not mean indifference or apathy. On the contrary, it is a state of deep inner peace that comes from knowing you have done your part by setting your intention and that the rest will be taken care of. When you detach, you free yourself from the anxiety of waiting and the frustration of not seeing immediate results. You shift your energy from lack to abundance, from wanting to having. This shift creates a powerful alignment that accelerates the manifestation process. The paradox of detachment is that it often brings your desires to you more quickly. When you let go of the need for something, you stop chasing it energetically. In that moment of release, you allow space for the universe to deliver what you have asked for. It's like planting a seed. Once you've done the work of planting it in fertile soil, you don't need to dig it up every day to see if it's growing. You trust that with time, sunlight, and water, the seed will sprout and flourish. Similarly, detachment allows your desires to grow without interference. Trust is not always easy, especially in the face of uncertainty. It requires patience and a willingness to surrender to the unknown. However, trust is not blind faith, it is a deep inner knowing that your desires are valid and that the universe is abundant enough to fulfill them. Trust means believing in your own worthiness and the infinite possibilities available to you. It is the antidote to doubt and fear, providing a solid foundation upon which your manifestations can take root. One of the keys to practicing detachment and trust is to focus on the feeling of having your desire, rather than the lack of it. When you dwell on what you don't have or obsess over why it hasn't arrived yet, you amplify the energy of lack, pushing your desire further away. But when you shift your focus to gratitude for what you already have, and the joy of knowing your desire is on its way, you align yourself with the vibration of fulfillment. This alignment creates a magnetic pull that draws your desire closer. Detachment also allows you to remain open to the infinite ways your desire can manifest. When you are too fixated on a specific outcome or method, you limit the universe's ability to deliver. Trust involves surrendering to the idea that the universe may have a better plan than the one you've imagined. By releasing the need to control every detail, you invite unexpected blessings and opportunities that align with your highest good. To cultivate detachment and trust, practice mindfulness and presence. When your mind wanders into worry or doubt, bring it back to the present moment. Remind yourself that everything is unfolding in perfect timing, even if you cannot see it yet. Meditate, visualize, or affirm your trust in the process. These practices help anchor you in a state of calm confidence, allowing you to detach from the outcome without losing sight of your intention. Remember that detachment and trust are acts of self-love. They free you from the stress of overthinking and the pressure of forcing results, giving you the peace and clarity to enjoy the journey. When you detach and trust, you affirm your belief in your own power to create and the universe's ability to deliver. This balance of intention and surrender is the secret to manifesting effortlessly, turning your desires into reality while maintaining a sense of inner harmony. By letting go of the need to control and trusting in the process, you create a powerful state of alignment where your desires can flow to you naturally. Detachment and trust are not weaknesses but strengths, reflecting your deep connection to the infinite creative power within you. Gratitude is a transformative energy that accelerates manifestation by aligning you with the frequency of abundance and fulfillment. It is not merely an act of saying thank you for the blessings you already have, but a powerful emotional state that bridges the gap between where you are and where you wish to be. Gratitude focuses your mind on abundance rather than lack, signaling to the universe that you are ready to receive even more. When you embody gratitude, you shift your energy from wanting to having. This shift is crucial because the energy of wanting inherently acknowledges that something is missing from your life. In contrast, gratitude vibrates with the feeling of fulfillment, as though your desires have already been realized. This emotional alignment is the key to manifestation, as it matches the frequency of what you wish to attract. By feeling grateful for your desires as if they are already yours, you draw them closer with greater speed and ease. Gratitude works because it changes your focus. Instead of dwelling on what you lack or what has yet to come, you direct your attention to what is already present in your life. This creates a sense of completeness, a belief that you are already blessed, and that more blessings are on their way. The law of attraction responds to this energy, mirroring back experiences that confirm your sense of abundance. What you focus on expands, and when you focus on gratitude, you expand the flow of good things into your life. One of the most powerful aspects of gratitude is its ability to dissolve resistance. Resistance occurs when you doubt, fear, or obsess over your desires, creating a barrier between you and what you want to manifest. Gratitude, however, neutralizes these negative emotions. It calms the mind, eases anxiety, and fosters trust in the process. When you are genuinely grateful, you are not worrying about whether your desires will manifest. You already feel as though they have. This state of surrender and faith removes the energetic blocks that can delay manifestation. Gratitude also strengthens your connection to the present moment. Manifestation is not about waiting for the future to bring your desires, but about embodying the feeling of already having them now. When you practice gratitude, you anchor yourself in the now, appreciating the blessings that already surround you. This presence allows you to access the creative power of your imagination and emotions, which are the true drivers of manifestation. The more present and grateful you are, the more aligned you become with the flow of creation. A daily practice of gratitude amplifies its effects. Begin each day by listing 3 things you are grateful for, whether they are small joys or significant milestones. As you write or think about them, feel the emotion of gratitude deeply. Let it fill your heart with warmth and appreciation. This simple habit trains your mind to focus on the positive aspects of your life, creating a momentum of gratitude that carries throughout your day. Over time, you will notice that your perspective shifts and you begin to see opportunities and blessings that were previously overlooked. Gratitude also has the power to transform challenges and setbacks. Instead of viewing obstacles as roadblocks, gratitude allows you to see them as stepping stones or lessons that guide you toward your desires. When you approach difficulties with gratitude, you shift your energy from frustration to acceptance, opening the door for solutions and breakthroughs. Gratitude turns every experience, whether pleasant or challenging, into an opportunity for growth and alignment with your goals. The magic of gratitude lies in its simplicity and accessibility. You do not need any external tools or conditions to practice it. It is entirely within your control. Whether you are walking, working, or meditating, you can pause at any moment to feel grateful for something in your life. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes, until gratitude becomes your default state of being. This consistent energy of appreciation creates a powerful magnetism that draws your desires into reality. Gratitude also enhances your relationships, which can indirectly support your manifestations. When you express genuine appreciation for the people in your life, you deepen your connections and create an environment of mutual positivity and support. These harmonious relationships elevate your overall energy and contribute to your sense of well-being, making it easier to align with your desires. Another profound aspect of gratitude is its ability to expand your vision. As you practice gratitude for what you have, you begin to realize how much is already available to you. This realization shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance, allowing you to dream bigger and aim higher. Gratitude dissolves limiting beliefs and opens your mind to the infinite possibilities that the universe holds. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it is a way of being. It is a recognition of the abundance that already exists within and around you. When you live in a state of gratitude, you become a powerful creator of your reality, effortlessly attracting experiences that reflect your inner state. Gratitude is the fuel that accelerates manifestation, turning your desires into tangible results while nurturing a deep sense of peace and joy in the process. By making gratitude a central part of your manifestation practice, you align yourself with the flow of abundance and step into the life you desire with grace and ease. Gratitude is the bridge between intention and realization, the key to unlocking the limitless potential of the universe. It transforms every moment into an opportunity to celebrate and every desire into a certainty waiting to unfold. Persistence without doubt is the cornerstone of successful manifestation, anchoring your desires firmly in the realm of possibility until they materialize. It is the unwavering commitment to your vision, no matter how much time passes or what external circumstances suggest. Manifestation is not always instantaneous. It requires steady belief and the resilience to hold your focus even when the evidence of your desire is not yet visible. Persisting without doubt ensures that your energy remains aligned with your intention, allowing the creative forces of the universe to bring your desire into reality. Doubt is one of the most significant obstacles to manifestation. When you allow doubt to creep into your thoughts, you disrupt the vibrational alignment necessary to bring your desire into being. Doubt is a signal of disbelief, a vibration that contradicts the very outcome you seek. It acts like static interference, blocking the clear communication between your intention and the universal energy that responds to it. To persist without doubt, you must train your mind to remain focused on the feeling of already having what you desire, no matter what temporary setbacks or challenges arise. Persistence is not about forcing or struggling. It is about maintaining a calm, confident belief in the inevitability of your desired outcome. It is a state of faith, a quiet assurance that what you seek is already yours in the unseen realm and is on its way to manifesting in your physical reality. This faith is strengthened by consistent visualization, affirmations, and the practice of embodying the state of the wish fulfilled. When you persist with unwavering belief, you align your energy with the frequency of your desire, creating a magnetic pull that draws it toward you. The key to persisting without doubt lies in managing your inner dialogue. Your thoughts are the building blocks of your reality, and they must align with the vision you hold. When doubt arises, as it inevitably will in moments of uncertainty, it is essential to address it immediately. Replace doubtful thoughts with affirmations of confidence and trust. Remind yourself of past instances where persistence led to success, reinforcing your belief in the process. Every time you choose faith over doubt, you strengthen your ability to manifest. Persistence also requires patience, as the timing of manifestation is often beyond our control. The universe operates in its own perfect timing, aligning circumstances and events in ways that may not be immediately apparent to us. This is why it is crucial to detach from the when and how of your manifestation and trust that everything is unfolding as it should. Patience is not passive, it is an active state of maintaining your belief and continuing to take inspired action while leaving room for the universe to do its part. Visualization is a powerful tool to reinforce persistence. By consistently imagining your desired outcome with vivid detail and emotional intensity, you create a mental blueprint that the universe can work with. Visualization keeps your focus sharp and your energy aligned, even in the face of external challenges. The more real and compelling your vision feels to you, the easier it becomes to persist without wavering. Make your visualization sessions a daily ritual, immersing yourself in the feeling of already having what you desire. Another aspect of persistence is gratitude, which anchors you in the vibration of abundance. When you are grateful for what you have and for what is coming, you affirm your trust in the process. Gratitude transforms waiting into a joyful anticipation, allowing you to persist with a sense of peace rather than frustration. It shifts your focus from lack to fulfillment, reinforcing your belief that your desires are already on their way. Persistence without doubt also requires self-discipline, particularly in controlling your emotional reactions. The journey of manifestation may include moments of disappointment, where things seem to be moving in the opposite direction of your desire. In these moments, it is vital to remain steadfast, refusing to let temporary circumstances dictate your inner state. Understand that setbacks are often part of the process, serving as opportunities for growth or as signals to refine your focus. View them as stepping stones rather than obstacles, and use them to strengthen your resolve. Faith is the foundation of persistence. It is the knowing that even if you cannot see the path ahead, it exists and will reveal itself in time. Faith allows you to persist without needing constant validation from external circumstances. It is the assurance that the power within you is greater than any challenge or delay you may face. Cultivating this faith requires practice, but with time it becomes an unshakable part of your being, empowering you to persist with confidence and clarity. To persist without doubt, embrace the process of becoming the person who already has what you desire. Live from the end, embodying the thoughts, feelings, and actions of someone who has achieved their goal. This embodiment strengthens your belief and aligns your energy with the reality you wish to create. Each day, act as if your manifestation is already complete, and let this conviction guide your decisions and interactions. Persistence without doubt is an act of self-love and self-trust. It is a declaration of your worthiness and your power to create the life you envision. By holding steadfastly to your vision and trusting in the process, you allow the universe to work in harmony with your intention, bringing your desires into being with precision and grace. Through persistence, you become a co-creator of your reality, turning your dreams into tangible experiences. In conclusion, manifestation is not merely about desiring, it is about aligning yourself wholly with the reality you wish to create. By embracing clarity, feeling your desires as real, focusing over forcing, embodying the state of the wish fulfilled, detaching with trust, cultivating gratitude, and persisting without doubt, you unlock the incredible power within you to manifest your dreams. This process is a journey of self-discovery, trust, and unwavering faith. It teaches you to look beyond appearances, to believe in the unseen, and to step into your creative power with confidence. As you practice these principles, remember that your inner world is the true source of your external reality. When you align your mind, emotions, and actions with your desired outcome, the universe cannot help but respond in kind. Thank you for taking the time to explore these ideas and for committing to your growth and empowerment. May your journey be filled with joy, abundance, and the fulfillment of all your heart's desires. Keep believing, keep persisting, and remember the life you dream of is already yours. Ladies and gentlemen, close your eyes for a moment and listen not to the clamor of the world, but to the still, small voice within you. This voice is powerful beyond measure, for it holds the key to the transformation of your life. Your words, my friend, are not idle. They are seeds cast into the fertile soil of the unseen, destined to bloom into the harvest of your reality. When you speak blessings upon yourself, you activate the divine within. Say aloud, I am whole, I am prosperous, I am loved. Do you feel it? These words ripple through the universe, carrying your desires like a song sung into eternity. Words are not mere sounds, they are creative forces that possess the power to shape the very fabric of your reality. The words you speak, whether aloud or within the silence of your thoughts, act as a mirror to your beliefs and intentions, projecting them outward into the world. Every utterance, no matter how casual it may seem, carries a vibration that resonates with the energy of creation. When you understand this truth, you begin to see that your words are not insignificant. They are the tools by which you carve your destiny. Consider this: the spoken word begins within you as a thought, a feeling, or a desire. It is the essence of your inner world made audible. When you declare something aloud, you are not simply describing reality, you are actively shaping it. Words serve as bridges between the unseen and the seen, between the intangible world of imagination and the tangible world of experience. Every time you speak, you are planting seeds in the soil of the universe, seeds that will sprout and grow into the life you live. Many people speak without awareness of this power. They utter words of doubt, fear, or limitation, thinking them harmless or insignificant. Yet these words have the same creative energy as those spoken with intention. To say, I can't or I'm not good enough, is to affirm these limitations as truths. Such declarations take root in your subconscious mind, which knows no distinction between jest and sincerity. It accepts every word as a directive and works tirelessly to make it so. On the other hand, when you speak words of confidence, love, and abundance, you align yourself with the higher vibrations of the universe. To say, I am worthy or I have everything I need, is to declare a reality that your subconscious mind will work to manifest. These positive affirmations act as commands to the unseen forces around you, drawing circumstances, people, and opportunities into your life that align with your declarations. The power of the spoken word lies in its ability to focus your energy and direct it toward a specific outcome. Imagine your words as arrows, each one aimed at the target of your desire. If you speak with clarity and intention, your arrow flies straight and true. But if your words are scattered, contradictory, or filled with doubt, your aim falters and your target remains out of reach. This is why it is vital to speak with awareness and purpose. Before you speak, consider the energy behind your words. Are they uplifting and empowering, or do they carry the weight of fear and negativity? By choosing your words carefully, you take control of the energy you emit and consequently, the reality you create. Speaking with intention does not mean ignoring the challenges or difficulties of life. Rather, it means framing your words in a way that acknowledges these challenges while affirming your ability to overcome them. Instead of saying, I am stuck, you might say, I am finding my way forward. Instead of lamenting, this is impossible, you might declare, I am discovering a solution. Such shifts may seem subtle, but their impact is profound. They transform your perspective and open the door to possibilities that your previous words may have closed. Repetition is a powerful aspect of the spoken word. The more often you affirm something, the more deeply it becomes ingrained in your subconscious mind. This is why daily affirmations can be so transformative. When you repeatedly declare, "I am healthy, I am prosperous, I am loved," you are training your mind to accept these truths, even if your current reality seems to contradict them. Over time, these affirmations shape your beliefs, and your beliefs, in turn, shape your experience. But the power of the spoken word is not limited to what you say about yourself. It also extends to what you say about others. Every word you speak about another person carries energy that affects not only them but also you. When you speak words of kindness, encouragement, and love, you elevate your own vibration and contribute to the well-being of those around you. Conversely, words of criticism, anger, or judgment lower your vibration and perpetuate negativity. To harness the full power of the spoken word, you must speak not only with intention but also with faith. Words spoken without belief are like seeds sown on barren ground. They lack the nourishment needed to grow. But when you speak with conviction, your words are infused with the energy of belief, and they take root in the fertile soil of the universe. Faith is the water that nurtures these seeds, ensuring that they blossom into reality. In every moment, you have the choice to use your words as instruments of creation or as tools of destruction. Choose wisely. Speak life into your dreams, affirm your worthiness, and declare the reality you wish to experience. As you do, you will come to realize the extraordinary power of the spoken word and the limitless potential it holds to transform your life. The words you speak must be a reflection of the reality you wish to experience, not the conditions you currently face. This alignment between your speech and your inner vision is a critical principle in the art of creation. To align your words with your vision is to act as if your desired reality already exists. When you understand this, your words become not just sounds or expressions, but deliberate tools that shape the unfolding of your life. Your inner vision is the realm where your imagination weaves possibilities, the sacred space where your desires take form before they manifest in the physical world. It is in this internal world that you are free to dream boldly and envision the life you truly want. However, the key to bringing these visions to life lies in how you express them outwardly through your words. When your speech aligns with the vibrant images of your inner vision, you bridge the gap between what is unseen and what can be seen. Most people speak in accordance with their current circumstances, giving voice to frustrations, doubts, and limitations. They say, "I can't afford that," or "nothing ever works out for me," and in doing so, they unknowingly affirm and perpetuate the very conditions they wish to escape. Words such as these, spoken without awareness, anchor you to the reality you seek to transcend. They become self-fulfilling prophecies, reinforcing the patterns you long to change. Consider what happens when you choose to speak as though your desired reality is already here. Suppose you wish to experience financial abundance. Rather than saying, "I'm broke," you declare, "I am abundant, and opportunities flow to me effortlessly." You might not yet see the evidence of this abundance, but by speaking it into existence, you align your external words with your internal vision. This alignment creates a resonance between your thoughts, emotions, and speech, setting into motion the forces that will bring your vision to fruition. It is also important to speak with gratitude for the fulfillment of your vision, even before it manifests. Gratitude is a magnetic force that draws your desires closer to you. When you say, "Thank you for the abundance in my life," you are acknowledging that it already exists in the unseen realm. This gratitude amplifies your alignment and accelerates the manifestation process. By aligning your speech with your inner vision, you take an active role in shaping your reality. You move from reacting to circumstances to creating them. This shift empowers you to live with intention and purpose, knowing that you are the architect of your life. Every word you speak becomes a brushstroke in the masterpiece of your existence, painting a picture of possibility, joy, and fulfillment. As you align your speech with your inner vision, you unlock the door to a life that reflects the beauty and brilliance of your imagination. To bless yourself is to recognize the divine authority within you, a power bestowed not by external forces, but by the essence of your very being. You are not separate from the divine, you are an expression of it. endowed with the ability to shape your reality through your thoughts, intentions, and words. Self-blessing is not an act of arrogance, but an acknowledgement of this sacred truth. It is the conscious act of declaring your worthiness, aligning with the divine energy that flows through you, and stepping into the role of co-creator of your life. When you bless yourself, you tap into an ancient and universal principle, the power to call forth that which you desire through the authority of your spoken word. Many people reserve blessings for others, offering kind words, prayers, or affirmations, yet hesitate to direct this same energy toward themselves. They may feel unworthy, burdened by guilt, or constrained by the belief that self-blessing is selfish or inappropriate. However, to bless yourself is to affirm that you are a vessel of divine light, deserving of every good thing that life has to offer. Self-blessing begins with a shift in perspective. It requires you to see yourself not as a flawed or incomplete being, but as whole, perfect, and inherently connected to the divine source. This perspective does not ignore your human experiences, struggles, or imperfections. Rather, it transcends them, recognizing that beneath the layers of doubt and fear lies your true, unblemished self. By blessing yourself, you affirm this truth, aligning your words and intentions with the higher reality of who you are. The words you choose in self-blessing carry immense power. When you declare, "I am strong" or "I am loved," you are not merely making statements, you are activating the divine within you. These declarations are more than affirmations, they are proclamations of your authority as a co-creator with the universe. Your words become commands that resonate through the unseen realms, calling forth the energy needed to bring your blessings to life. Some may wonder, can I really bless myself? Isn't that the role of a higher power? The answer lies in understanding your relationship with the divine. You are not separate from this higher power, you are an extension of it. To bless yourself is to honor the divine within you, recognizing that the power to create, to heal, and to transform resides in your very essence. You are not asking for permission to receive blessings, you are claiming what is already yours by divine right. Self-blessing is a profound act of self-love and self-worth. It requires you to silence the voice of doubt that says you are not enough. It challenges the belief that blessings must come from others or be earned through struggle. Instead, it invites you to declare, "I am worthy simply because I exist." This affirmation is not only empowering but transformative, reshaping your self-perception and opening the door to greater abundance, joy, and peace. The practice of self-blessing can take many forms. It may be as simple as speaking positive affirmations over yourself each morning, such as, "Today, I am filled with strength and courage," or "I am surrounded by love and guided by wisdom." It could involve a quiet moment of reflection, placing your hands over your heart and silently affirming your divine connection. It might include journaling your blessings, writing statements like, "I bless myself with clarity, confidence, and creativity." Whatever form it takes, the essence of self-blessing lies in your intention and belief. Consistency is key. The more often you bless yourself, the more deeply these affirmations will take root in your subconscious mind. Over time, they become not just words but truths, shifting your energy and attracting experiences that align with your declarations. Self-blessing is not a one-time act but a daily practice, a habit of honoring yourself and affirming your divine authority. It is also important to recognize that self-blessing extends beyond words. Your actions, too, can be expressions of blessing. When you take care of your body, nurture your mind, and honor your emotions, you are blessing yourself with health and well-being. When you pursue your passions, set boundaries, and embrace your worth, you are blessing yourself with freedom and fulfillment. Every choice you make that aligns with your highest good is an act of self-blessing. In blessing yourself, you not only transform your own life but also inspire and uplift those around you. Your light becomes a beacon, showing others what is possible when one steps into their divine authority. As you bless yourself, you radiate positivity and empowerment, creating a ripple effect that extends far beyond your immediate experience. You are not merely a recipient of blessings, you are a source of them. Within you lies the authority to declare, to create, and to manifest. By blessing yourself, you activate this authority, stepping into the fullness of your power and embracing the divine truth of who you are. This act of self-blessing is not only a gift to yourself but a testament to the infinite potential that resides within every soul. Doubt is a whispering shadow that lurks in the corners of the mind, casting uncertainty over your dreams and aspirations. It questions your worth, undermines your confidence, and often stalls your progress. Yet doubt is not an undefeatable force. It is a condition of the mind that can be silenced and replaced with certainty. The tool to achieve this transformation is affirmation. Affirmation is the deliberate use of words to redirect your thoughts and anchor them in truth, possibility, and empowerment. When you silence doubt with affirmation, you reclaim your power and align yourself with the reality you wish to create. Doubt thrives in the absence of clarity and confidence. It feeds on past failures, perceived inadequacies, and fear of the unknown. It tells you that you are not capable, not deserving, or that the risks outweigh the rewards. Left unchecked, these internal voices of doubt can become a dominant narrative, shaping how you see yourself and the world around you. However, doubt is not a reflection of truth. It is a habit of the mind. And like any habit, it can be unlearned and replaced with something far more constructive. Affirmation is the antidote to doubt because it operates on the same level where doubt resides the mind. Your thoughts create your reality, and affirmations are the conscious selection of thoughts that empower rather than hinder you. They are not mere words, they are declarations that carry energy and intention. When spoken with belief, affirmations reprogram your subconscious mind, gradually dissolving the patterns of doubt and replacing them with conviction. The first step in using affirmation to silence doubt is awareness. You must become conscious of the negative thoughts and limiting beliefs that arise in your mind. Doubt often speaks in the language of I can't, I'm not enough, or what if I fail? Pay attention to these patterns and recognize them for what they are: temporary mental constructs, not absolute truths. Once you identify the voice of doubt, you can counter it with affirmations that affirm the opposite. For example, if doubt tells you, I'm not capable of achieving this goal, your affirmation might be, I am fully equipped with the skills and resources I need to succeed. If doubt whispers, what if I fail? Your affirmation can be, every step I take brings me closer to success, and every challenge is an opportunity to grow. By consciously replacing the language of doubt with affirmations of empowerment, you begin to shift your mental focus from fear to possibility. Consistency is crucial in this process. Doubt has likely been a recurring pattern in your mind for years, reinforced by repetition and experience. To overcome it, you must be just as consistent with your affirmations. Speak them daily, preferably out loud and with conviction. Write them down and place them where you can see them, often on your mirror, your desk, or your phone screen. The more frequently you expose yourself to affirmations, the more deeply they become ingrained in your subconscious mind. Belief amplifies the power of affirmation. It is not enough to recite words mechanically, you must connect with their meaning and feel their truth. When you say, I am confident and capable, imagine yourself embodying those qualities. Visualize situations where your confidence shines and your capabilities lead to success. By combining affirmations with visualization, you create a vivid mental image of the reality you desire, making it feel more tangible and attainable. Doubt often masquerades as caution or practicality, but it is important to distinguish between genuine wisdom and self-imposed limitations. Affirmations are not about ignoring reality, they are about reshaping your perspective to align with the outcomes you desire. When you affirm, I am deserving of abundance, you are not denying financial challenges, you are choosing to focus on solutions, opportunities, and your inherent worthiness. This shift in focus alters your energy and attracts circumstances that support your affirmation. One of the most powerful aspects of affirmation is its ability to create momentum. The more you affirm positive beliefs about yourself and your potential, the more evidence you begin to notice that supports these beliefs. Success breeds confidence, which in turn silences doubt even further. It becomes a self-reinforcing cycle. The more you affirm your strength, capability, and worth, the less room there is for doubt to take hold. silencing doubt with affirmation also requires patience and compassion. Change does not happen overnight, and moments of doubt may still arise. When they do, meet them with understanding rather than frustration. Remind yourself that transformation is a process, and every affirmation you speak is a step toward the freedom and confidence you seek. Your words become your allies, your tools for reclaiming control over your inner narrative. Affirmations allow you to speak directly to your subconscious mind, guiding it away from fear and toward faith. With each affirmation, you reinforce the truth of who you are, a capable, deserving and powerful individual. Doubt may whisper, but through the consistent and intentional use of affirmations, you can ensure that it never drowns out the voice of your potential. As you persist, you will find that doubt fades, replaced by an unwavering belief in yourself and the boundless possibilities before you. Gratitude in the present tense is a profound practice that transforms the way you perceive and experience life. It is not merely the act of giving thanks for things you have received or achieved, but an active acknowledgement of the abundance that exists in this very moment. When gratitude is expressed in the present tense, it becomes a tool to align your thoughts, emotions, and energy with the frequency of abundance, opening the door to even greater blessings. This practice invites you to live fully in the now, seeing each moment as a gift and embracing the richness that surrounds you. The power of present tense gratitude lies in its immediacy. Many people fall into the habit of placing gratitude in the past or future, thanking life for what has been or for what they hope to receive. While these expressions have value, they often distance you from the fullness of the present. When you say, "I am grateful for this moment," you anchor yourself in the now, affirming that this moment, exactly as it is, holds beauty and significance. You acknowledge that there is something to be appreciated here and now, regardless of circumstances. Gratitude in the present tense shifts your focus from lack to abundance. The human mind often gravitates toward what is missing, what could be better, or what has yet to be achieved. This tendency creates a sense of dissatisfaction, as if life is incomplete. Present tense gratitude interrupts this pattern by directing your attention to what is already here. By affirming, "I am grateful for the opportunities unfolding today," or "I am thankful for the breath that sustains me in this moment," you remind yourself that life is already abundant. This shift in perspective transforms your energy, replacing feelings of scarcity with those of fulfillment. Practicing gratitude in the present tense is also a declaration of faith. It is an acknowledgement that the universe is working in your favor, even if the outcomes you desire have not yet materialized. When you say, "I am grateful for the love that surrounds me even in moments of loneliness," you affirm that love exists and is accessible to you. By expressing gratitude for something as if it is already present, you align yourself with the energy of receiving, which draws those experiences closer to you. This is not about denying reality, but about choosing to focus on the possibilities inherent in every situation. The language of present tense gratitude matters deeply. Words carry energy, and the way you frame your gratitude shapes your experience. Statements like, "I am grateful for my growing strength," or "I appreciate the peace I feel within," affirm qualities and experiences as current truths. Even if these qualities feel aspirational, expressing them in the present tense helps bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Your mind begins to accept these affirmations as reality, guiding your thoughts and actions in alignment with them. Gratitude in the present tense also cultivates mindfulness. It encourages you to pay attention to the details of your life that often go unnoticed. The warmth of sunlight on your skin, the sound of a loved one's laughter, the taste of a favorite meal, each of these moments becomes an opportunity for gratitude. By grounding yourself in the present, you become more attuned to the richness of your daily experiences. This heightened awareness deepens your appreciation for life's simple yet profound joys. This practice extends beyond words into your feelings. True gratitude is not just spoken but felt deeply in your heart. When you express present tense gratitude, take a moment to pause and connect with the emotion behind your words. Let yourself feel the joy, peace, or love that comes with your appreciation. This emotional connection amplifies the energy of gratitude, making it even more transformative. It is this feeling that resonates with the universe, sending out a vibration that attracts more of what you are grateful for. Consistency is essential for cultivating present tense gratitude. Like any practice, it becomes more natural and powerful with repetition. Begin or end your day by reflecting on what you are grateful for in the moment. Write it down in a journal, speak it aloud, or simply hold it in your mind. Over time, you will notice a shift in your overall mindset. Life's challenges will feel less overwhelming, and its blessings will feel more abundant. Gratitude will become your default lens through which you view the world. Present tense gratitude is also an act of self-care. By appreciating yourself and your current state, you nurture a sense of self-worth and inner peace. Affirming statements like "I am thankful for my resilience" or "I appreciate the effort I put into my growth" reinforces your value and contributions. This practice helps quiet the critical voice that focuses on shortcomings, replacing it with one that celebrates your strengths and efforts. Gratitude in the present tense is a way of living. It is a choice to see each moment as sacred, each experience as meaningful, and each challenge as an opportunity for growth. By embracing this practice, you shift your focus from what is missing to what is present, from longing to fulfillment, and from scarcity to abundance. Gratitude becomes not just something you express, but something you embody, transforming your perspective and your life in profound and lasting ways. Repetition is one of the most powerful forces in shaping reality. The things you do, say, and think repeatedly lay the foundation for the life you experience. It is through repetition that beliefs are formed, habits are established, and outcomes are created. Whether consciously or unconsciously, what you focus on and reinforce with consistency becomes your reality. Understanding this principle gives you the ability to take control of your life by deliberately repeating thoughts, actions, and affirmations that align with the reality you wish to create. The mind learns through repetition. From an early age, you absorb beliefs and patterns from your environment through repeated exposure. These beliefs shape your understanding of what is possible, desirable, or even inevitable in life. If you repeatedly heard messages of limitation, such as life is hard or money doesn't grow on trees, those beliefs likely took root in your subconscious mind. On the other hand, if you were surrounded by encouragement and affirmations of possibility, your mind adopted those positive narratives. This process never stops. Your mind continues to absorb and reinforce whatever you focus on most. Repetition strengthens neural pathways in the brain. When a thought or action is repeated, it becomes easier to access and execute because the brain creates more efficient connections to support it. This is why learning a new skill or habit initially feels challenging but becomes second nature over time. The more you practice a new way of thinking or acting, the stronger the neural pathways become, and the more natural it feels. This principle works for both positive and negative patterns, which is why it is crucial to be intentional about what you repeat. In the context of creating your reality, repetition is the mechanism through which affirmations, visualization, and deliberate actions become effective. When you repeat positive affirmations, such as "I am worthy of success" or "abundance flows to me easily," you begin to overwrite old, limiting beliefs. The subconscious mind, which cannot distinguish between reality and imagination, starts to accept these affirmations as truth. Over time, your actions and decisions align with these new beliefs, leading to tangible changes in your external reality. The power of repetition extends beyond thoughts to actions. What you do repeatedly becomes your habit, and your habits shape your life. If you consistently take small steps toward your goals, those actions compound over time, leading to significant progress. For example, a daily practice of gratitude trains your mind to focus on the positive aspects of your life, creating a sense of abundance and attracting more things to be grateful for. Similarly, repeatedly practicing a skill, even for a few minutes a day, leads to mastery over time. Repetition also plays a crucial role in overcoming resistance. When you set out to change your thoughts, habits, or circumstances, you may encounter doubt, discomfort, or setbacks. This resistance is natural because your mind and body are accustomed to the familiar, even if it is not beneficial. By persisting with repetition, You break through this initial resistance and rewire your mind and body to embrace the new. Over time, what once felt difficult becomes effortless, and the new pattern takes root. Consistency is the key to harnessing the power of repetition. Sporadic effort does not create lasting change. Whether you are working on developing a new habit, adopting a positive mindset, or achieving a goal, daily commitment is essential. Even small, consistent actions can create monumental shifts when repeated over time. This consistency signals to your mind and the universe that you are serious about your intentions, amplifying the energy you put into your desired outcome. Repetition also creates momentum. When you repeat positive thoughts and actions, they build upon each other, generating a sense of progress and confidence. This momentum makes it easier to stay on track, even when challenges arise. Conversely, when negative patterns are repeated, they can create a downward spiral of doubt, fear, and inaction. Being mindful of your repetitions allows you to break free from negative cycles and replace them with constructive ones. The beauty of repetition lies in its simplicity. You do not need grand gestures or immediate perfection to create meaningful change. It is the small, repeated actions affirming your worth, taking a step toward your goal, showing gratitude that accumulate to transform your reality. This approach empowers you to start where you are, with what you have, and build from there. It is also important to pair repetition with belief and intention. Repeating something mindlessly or without conviction diminishes its effectiveness. When you affirm, act, or visualize, do so with the belief that your efforts are meaningful and impactful. Feel the truth of your affirmations, imagine the outcome of your actions, and trust the process. This alignment of repetition, belief, and intention accelerates the manifestation of your desired reality. Repetition is a process of creation. It is through consistent, intentional repetition that you shape your thoughts, direct your actions, and design your life. By choosing what you repeat with care, you can break free from limiting patterns and create a reality that reflects your highest potential. Remember, every moment is an opportunity to start anew. Each thought, word, and action you repeat becomes a building block of your future. And with mindful repetition, you can create a life that aligns with your dreams and aspirations. Speaking from a place of love and worthiness transforms not only the words you utter, but also the energy you bring into the world. Every word you speak carries a vibration, a resonance that shapes your relationships, your self-perception, and the reality you create. When your words are rooted in love and a deep sense of your own worth, they carry a power that can heal, uplift, and manifest the life you desire. This practice is not about pretending or performing, but about aligning with the truth of who you are and allowing that truth to guide your expression. To speak from love is to choose a perspective of compassion, kindness, and understanding in your communication. It begins with recognizing that love is not just a feeling but a state of being. When you align with love, you naturally seek to uplift and connect rather than to judge or divide. This does not mean avoiding honesty or difficult conversations instead. It means approaching every interaction with an intention to honor the inherent value of yourself and others. Love-infused words have the power to transform even the most challenging situations because they stem from a place of unity rather than separation. Equally important is the foundation of worthiness. Speaking from worthiness means acknowledging your intrinsic value and expressing yourself with confidence and authenticity. It is a declaration that you matter, that your voice deserves to be heard, and that your perspective holds significance. Many people struggle with feelings of unworthiness, often silencing their voices or diminishing their truth out of fear of rejection or judgment. But when you anchor yourself in the understanding that your worth is not dependent on external validation, you can speak with clarity, conviction, and grace. The combination of love and worthiness in your speech creates a powerful harmony. Love ensures that your words are guided by care and intention, while worthiness gives them strength and authenticity. Together, they allow you to communicate in a way that is both heartfelt and impactful. This approach benefits not only the listener but also yourself, as it reinforces your alignment with your highest self. Speaking from love and worthiness becomes a practice of self-respect and self-expression, deepening your connection with your inner truth. The way you speak to yourself is just as important as the way you speak to others. Your internal dialogue shapes your beliefs, emotions, and actions. When your self-talk is infused with love and worthiness, it becomes a source of empowerment rather than self-sabotage. Instead of criticizing yourself for perceived flaws or failures, you can choose words of encouragement and understanding. For example, rather than saying, "I can't do this," you might affirm, "I am learning and growing every day." This shift in language not only boosts your confidence but also reinforces the truth of your inherent value. Practicing love and worthiness in speech requires mindfulness. It involves becoming aware of the words you use, the tone you adopt, and the intentions behind your communication. Before speaking, take a moment to pause and consider, are my words aligned with love? Do they reflect my belief in my own worth and the worth of others? This practice may feel unfamiliar at first, especially if you are accustomed to reacting out of habit or speaking from a place of fear or insecurity. But with intention and repetition, it becomes second nature. One of the most profound ways to speak from love and worthiness is through affirmations. Affirmations are powerful declarations that align your thoughts and words with the reality you wish to create. By affirming statements such as, "I am deserving of love and respect," or "My words carry wisdom and kindness," you reinforce these truths within yourself. When spoken with belief and emotion, affirmations act as seeds planted in the fertile soil of your subconscious, growing into a life that reflects their essence. Speaking from love and worthiness also requires courage. It takes bravery to express your truth, especially in a world that sometimes dismisses vulnerability or authenticity. But love and worthiness are not about perfection, they are about embracing your humanity and sharing it openly. When you speak from this place, you inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of authenticity and connection. This practice does not mean that every word will always be perfectly chosen or received. There will be moments when fear, frustration, or doubt clouds your speech. When this happens, it is an opportunity to return to love and worthiness, to apologize if needed, and to recommit to speaking from your highest self. Growth is not linear, but each step you take in aligning your words with love and worthiness strengthens your ability to communicate with power and grace. Speaking from love and worthiness is a choice to honor yourself and others, to create with intention, and to live authentically. It is a practice that transforms your relationships, your self-perception, and your impact on the world. When you speak from this place, you radiate a truth that cannot be ignored, a light that touches everyone who hears you. By aligning your words with the energy of love and the truth of your worth, you become a beacon of possibility, reminding yourself and others of the infinite potential that lies within. In conclusion, speaking from love and worthiness is a transformative practice that has the power to shape your life and the lives of those around you. By aligning your words with compassion, authenticity, and a deep sense of your own value, you create an energy that not only uplifts others but also strengthens your connection with your highest self. The words you speak, both to yourself and others, have the potential to heal, inspire, and manifest the reality you desire. Remember, your voice matters, and when spoken from a place of love and worthiness, it becomes a force for positive change. Thank you for taking the time to reflect on the power of your words. May you continue to speak with love, confidence, and authenticity, knowing that every word you choose is creating the life you truly deserve. Ladies and gentlemen, power is not something you seek, it is something you awaken. It is already within you, waiting for recognition and expression. To become more powerful, you must shift your focus inward, to the seat of your true authority. Here are 8 ways to unlock the limitless potential that resides in you. The power of assumption is the key to shaping your reality, a truth that many overlook in their pursuit of change. At the heart of this principle lies a profound understanding your external world is but a reflection of your internal state. To alter what you experience outwardly, you must first transform what you assume to be true about yourself and the world around you. Assumptions are not merely idle thoughts, they are the foundation upon which your reality is built. When you grasp this truth, you unlock the ability to consciously design your life. To assume something is to accept it as true, even without visible evidence. It is to act, think, and feel as though a particular reality already exists. This is not wishful thinking or blind optimism. It is the deliberate embodiment of the desired state of being. The creative power of assumption works tirelessly whether you are aware of it or not. Your beliefs about who you are and what you deserve shape your actions, and those actions, in turn, shape the outcomes you experience. This cycle reinforces itself, creating either a life of fulfillment or one of frustration, depending on the assumptions you hold. Consider this: everything you experience begins as an assumption in your mind. When you assume you are capable, doors seem to open where there were none. Opportunities align, people respond positively, and challenges appear surmountable. On the other hand, when you assume lack or failure, the world seems to mirror that belief with obstacles and disappointments. The world does not create your assumptions create your world. This is the profound truth that empowers you to take control of your life. The key to wielding the power of assumption is to live in the end. This means adopting the mindset and emotions of someone who already possesses the life they desire. It is not enough to simply wish for success, love, or abundance. You must feel, think, and act as though these things are already yours. When you assume the reality of your desires, your mind and body align with that vision, creating a vibrational match that draws your desires into manifestation. This process bypasses doubt and limitation, for the mind does not distinguish between what is imagined and what is real. To the subconscious, the assumption is the truth, and it will work tirelessly to bring that truth into physical form. Yet many resist this idea because it challenges conventional wisdom. Society often teaches that hard work and effort are the sole keys to success. While action has its place, it is ineffective if not fueled by the right assumptions. Without belief in your own power, effort becomes aimless. Consider the person who works tirelessly but remains stuck in a cycle of lack. They may strive externally, but their internal assumption of unworthiness sabotages their efforts. Contrast this with someone who carries an unshakable belief in their success. Even when they face setbacks, their assumption of eventual triumph keeps them moving forward until their reality matches their inner vision. The power of assumption also requires discipline. It is easy to fall back into old patterns of doubt and fear, especially when external circumstances seem unchanged. But this is where faith comes into play. You must persist in your assumption, even when there is no evidence to support it. This persistence is not about forcing outcomes, but about maintaining a steady inner conviction. When you hold fast to your assumption, reality will bend to accommodate your belief. The most empowering aspect of assumption is that it reminds you of your innate creative power. You are not at the mercy of chance or circumstance. You are the architect of your experience, capable of designing a life that reflects your deepest desires. By consciously choosing your assumptions, you take responsibility for your reality, stepping into the role of creator rather than victim. Your inner dialogue is the silent voice that accompanies you every moment of your life. It is the constant stream of thoughts that shapes your perception of yourself, your world, and your place within it. This dialogue is more powerful than most realize. It serves as the architect of your reality, silently constructing the circumstances and experiences that define your life. When you learn to control your inner dialogue, you unlock a profound ability to shape your destiny. At its core, your inner dialogue is a reflection of your beliefs. It repeats the stories you tell yourself about who you are and what you are capable of achieving. If those stories are filled with doubt, fear, and limitation, your life will mirror those qualities. On the other hand, if your inner dialogue is one of confidence, hope, and empowerment, your external world will align with those affirmations. This connection between thought and reality is not accidental, it is a fundamental law of existence. To control your inner dialogue, the first step is awareness. Pay attention to the thoughts that arise throughout your day. Notice the patterns and themes that dominate your mind. Are they encouraging and uplifting, or do they lean toward criticism and negativity? This awareness is not about judgment, it is about observation. Once you recognize the nature of your inner dialogue, you can begin to shift it in a deliberate direction. The language you use within your mind carries immense power. Words are not just passive symbols, they are active forces that influence your emotions, actions, and outcomes. Negative inner dialogue such as "I'm not good enough" or "this is too hard" creates feelings of defeat and discouragement. These feelings, in turn, lead to actions or inaction that reinforce the very beliefs that generated them. This cycle can feel inescapable, but it can be broken through conscious effort. Replacing negative inner dialogue with positive affirmations is a powerful way to shift your mental state. When a thought arises that diminishes your confidence or limits your potential, counter it with an affirmation that aligns with your desired reality. For instance, if you catch yourself thinking, "I'll never succeed," replace it with, "I am capable of achieving my goals." This practice is not about denying your current challenges, but about redirecting your focus toward possibilities and solutions. Over time, these positive affirmations reshape your subconscious mind, creating a fertile ground for growth and success. The tone of your inner dialogue is just as important as the content. Even seemingly neutral thoughts can carry an undertone of self-criticism or doubt if delivered harshly. Imagine the difference between telling yourself, "I made a mistake," versus "I'm such a failure." The former acknowledges the situation without attacking your self-worth, while the latter reinforces a damaging belief. Speak to yourself with the same kindness and encouragement you would offer a close friend. This compassionate inner dialogue fosters resilience and self-belief, enabling you to navigate challenges with grace. Visualization is another tool that can help you take control of your inner dialogue. Your mind responds vividly to images, and by pairing these images with positive self-talk, you can create a powerful synergy. Picture yourself succeeding, thriving, and becoming the person you aspire to be. As you hold this vision, affirm it with words that reinforce the reality you are imagining. This combination of thought and visualization imprints a new narrative onto your subconscious mind, guiding your actions and experiences toward your goals. It is important to remember that controlling your inner dialogue is not a one-time effort but an ongoing practice. The mind, like a garden, requires regular tending. Negative thoughts may still arise, especially during difficult times, but they do not have to define you. When they appear, acknowledge them without judgment and consciously choose a different perspective. This practice of gentle redirection builds mental strength and flexibility, allowing you to remain in control, even when faced with adversity. Your inner dialogue also has a profound effect on your relationships. The way you speak to yourself influences how you interact with others. If your inner dialogue is filled with self-doubt and criticism, it can lead to insecurity and defensiveness in your relationships. Conversely, when you nurture a positive and empowering inner dialogue, you approach others with confidence and authenticity. This shift not only enhances your personal well-being, but also creates deeper and more meaningful connections. Controlling your inner dialogue is about reclaiming your power. It is about recognizing that you are not a passive observer of your thoughts, but an active creator of them. By choosing thoughts that align with your highest aspirations, you take responsibility for your reality. You become the author of your story, shaping each chapter with intention and purpose. In the quiet moments when your inner voice speaks, you have a choice. Will you allow it to echo the doubts and fears of the past, or will you guide it to reflect the strength and potential of the present? The decision is yours, and with it comes the power to transform your life. Begin today to speak to yourself as the person you wish to become, and watch as your inner dialogue paves the way for a future that reflects your deepest desires. Strength is not merely a physical attribute, it is a state of being that radiates from within, encompassing your mind, emotions, and spirit. To embody the feeling of strength is to claim the power that lies dormant in your soul, and to allow it to manifest in every area of your life. This strength is not dependent on circumstances or external validation. It is a recognition of your inherent ability to navigate life's challenges with resilience, confidence, and unwavering resolve. It is a choice to stand firm in the face of adversity, knowing that the power to overcome lies within you. The journey to embodying strength begins with the understanding that it is not something you acquire, it is something you uncover. Strength is already a part of who you are. It has been with you in every moment of triumph and struggle, silently guiding you forward. To embody it, you must first shift your perspective from one of lack to one of abundance. You are not weak, unworthy, or powerless. You are a being of infinite potential, capable of achieving greatness when you align with the truth of your existence. This alignment begins with belief. You must believe in your own strength, even if evidence to the contrary seems overwhelming. This belief is not a denial of your fears or doubts, but a conscious decision to rise above them. Fear and doubt are natural, they are part of the human experience. But they do not define you. What defines you is how you respond to them. When you choose to embody strength, you are choosing to trust in your ability to face any situation and emerge stronger for it. Feeling strong starts in the mind. Your thoughts shape your reality, and the narrative you tell yourself about who you are has the power to uplift or diminish you. If you constantly focus on your perceived weaknesses or failures, you will feel small and incapable. But when you consciously shift your focus to your achievements, your resilience, and the qualities that make you unique, you begin to feel the stirrings of strength within you. Speak to yourself as you would to a dear friend, offering encouragement and affirmation. Remind yourself of the times you have faced difficulty and persevered. Each of those moments is a testament to your strength, proof that you have what it takes to overcome. To embody the feeling of strength, you must also cultivate a sense of emotional mastery. Strength is not the absence of emotion, it is the ability to feel deeply and yet remain centered. Life will present you with experiences that challenge your emotional equilibrium, but you are not a prisoner to those emotions. Instead, you can acknowledge them, learn from them, and release them. This process requires self-awareness and compassion. It means allowing yourself to feel pain, anger, or sadness without judgment, but choosing not to dwell in those states. Strength is found in the ability to move through emotions rather than be consumed by them. Your body, too, is a vessel for strength. How you carry yourself physically can profoundly influence how you feel internally. Stand tall, shoulders back, and chin up. These simple adjustments to your posture signal confidence and capability to both your mind and the world around you. The connection between your physicality and your emotions is powerful. When you move through the world as though you are strong, you begin to feel that strength resonate within you. Engage in activities that make you feel physically empowered, whether it's exercise, dance, or simply walking with purpose. These actions reinforce the belief that strength is an integral part of who you are. Another key to embodying strength is embracing the power of choice. Life is full of situations beyond your control, but you always have the power to choose how you respond. This choice is where your strength resides. You can choose to see setbacks as opportunities for growth, to view challenges as stepping stones toward greater self-discovery. You can choose to let go of what no longer serves you and to pursue what aligns with your highest vision of yourself. Each choice, no matter how small, is an act of reclaiming your power and reinforcing your inner strength. Strength is also deeply connected to your sense of purpose. When you are clear about your goals and aligned with your values, you find the motivation to keep going even when the path is difficult. Take time to reflect on what truly matters to you and let that clarity guide your actions. A sense of purpose gives you a reason to rise above obstacles, reminding you that your journey is meaningful and worthwhile. Embodying the feeling of strength requires faith, not necessarily in a higher power, though for some that can be a source of immense comfort, but in yourself and in the unfolding of life. Trust that you are capable, that you are worthy, and that you are equipped to handle whatever comes your way. Faith is the anchor that steadies you when the waves of doubt threaten to pull you under. It is the voice within that says, "I may not see the way, but I know I will find it." When you embody strength, you do more than face life's challenges. You inspire others to find their own strength. Your presence becomes a beacon of resilience and courage, a living example of what is possible when you claim the power within you. Strength is not a destination, it is a way of being, a choice you make every day to show up fully, to embrace your challenges, and to walk through life with confidence and grace. It is a testament to the unyielding spirit that resides in all of us, waiting to be awakened. Embrace it, embody it, and watch as your world transforms in response. Detaching from the opinions of others is an act of profound liberation. It is the process of reclaiming your inner authority, choosing to live authentically rather than as a reflection of others' expectations or judgments. When you free yourself from the need for external validation, you step into a space of immense power and clarity, where your choices and self-worth are determined not by the fleeting perceptions of the outside world, but by the unwavering truth within. The opinions of others often serve as invisible chains, subtly influencing your decisions, beliefs, and even your sense of self. These opinions, whether spoken or implied, can create an illusion of authority over your life. They can lead you to doubt your instincts, alter your desires, and conform to a version of yourself that aligns more with societal approval than personal authenticity. Yet, the truth is that no one else has the power to define you. Their opinions are shaped by their own experiences, biases, and insecurities. They are reflections of their world, not yours. Detaching from these opinions begins with self-awareness. You must first recognize the ways in which the judgments of others influence you. Perhaps you hesitate to pursue a passion because you fear criticism, or you suppress aspects of your personality to fit in with a certain group. These compromises may seem small, but over time they accumulate, leading to a life that feels disconnected from your true self. By identifying these patterns, you shine a light on the ways in which you have given away your power, allowing you to reclaim it. At the heart of this detachment is the realization that approval and criticism are two sides of the same coin. When you seek validation from others, you also become vulnerable to their disapproval. This dependency creates a fragile sense of self, one that rises and falls with the ever-changing tides of opinion. True freedom lies in anchoring your self-worth in something unshakable: your own values, aspirations, and understanding of who you are. When you trust yourself, the opinions of others lose their power to sway you. Detaching from opinions does not mean ignoring feedback or isolating yourself from meaningful connections. It means discerning which voices to consider and which to let go. Constructive feedback, offered with kindness and rooted in genuine care, can help you grow. But unsolicited criticism or opinions laced with negativity often reveal more about the speaker than about you. Learning to distinguish between these types of input allows you to navigate relationships with grace while maintaining your sense of self. The process of detachment also requires courage. It takes bravery to step away from the familiar comfort of approval and to face the discomfort of being misunderstood or judged. Yet, this courage is what leads to true authenticity. When you prioritize your own values over the expectations of others, you may encounter resistance, but you will also discover the profound joy of living a life that feels true to you. This authenticity is not about rebellion for its own sake. It is about alignment with your highest self. An essential part of this journey is embracing the idea that not everyone will understand or agree with you, and that is okay. The world is vast and diverse, filled with countless perspectives and beliefs. Expecting universal approval is not only unrealistic but also unnecessary. The people who truly matter, those who see and appreciate you for who you are, will remain by your side, regardless of whether your choices align with their expectations. These are the relationships that nurture your growth and support your freedom. Mindfulness is a powerful tool for cultivating detachment. By staying present in the moment, you can observe the opinions of others without becoming entangled in them. When someone offers a judgment or criticism, pause before reacting. Ask yourself, does this opinion align with my values? Does it offer insight or simply reflect their perspective? This practice of reflection allows you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, preserving your inner peace. Another aspect of detachment is releasing the need to explain or justify your choices. When you feel secure in your decisions, you no longer seek approval to validate them. This self-assuredness is not arrogance, but a quiet confidence born of clarity and conviction. It is the understanding that your life is yours to live, shaped by your own journey and not by the expectations of others. The more you embrace this truth, the less you feel the need to seek permission or validation. Detaching from opinions also creates space for deeper self-discovery. When you are no longer preoccupied with meeting others' expectations, you can turn your focus inward. What do you truly desire? What brings you joy? What aligns with your values and vision for your life? These questions guide you toward a life that feels rich and meaningful, one that reflects your unique essence rather than a projection of others' ideals. In this space of self-discovery, you also find resilience. Detachment does not make you immune to criticism or unaffected by others' opinions, but it gives you the strength to navigate them without losing yourself. You become like a tree rooted deeply in the earth, bending with the wind of others' words, but never uprooted by them. This resilience is a testament to your growth and an affirmation of your inner strength. Detaching from the opinions of others is an act of love for yourself and for the authenticity that defines you. It is a declaration that your worth is not up for debate, that your dreams are not negotiable, and that your life is yours to live. As you release the weight of others' judgments, you will find that you walk taller, speak clearer, and move through the world with a sense of freedom and peace that is truly transformative. To act with intention is to move through life with purpose and clarity, aligning your actions with your deepest values and desires. It is a practice of mindfulness and self-awareness that transforms every choice into a meaningful step toward your highest vision of yourself. Acting with intention is not about perfection or rigidity, it is about living deliberately, ensuring that what you do and how you do it are in harmony with the life you wish to create. In a world that often moves at a relentless pace, it is easy to fall into the trap of acting out of habit or reaction. Days can pass in a blur of routine, where decisions are made on autopilot, influenced more by external circumstances than by internal resolve. Yet when you act without intention, you lose the opportunity to fully engage with the present moment and to steer your life in a direction that aligns with your goals. Acting with intention begins with a conscious decision to pause, reflect, and choose deliberately rather than react impulsively. The foundation of intentional action lies in clarity. Before you can act with purpose, you must know what you want and why you want it. This clarity comes from self-reflection, an honest examination of your values, goals, and priorities. What truly matters to you? What kind of life do you want to lead? What impact do you wish to have on the world around you? These questions are not always easy to answer, but they are essential. The more clarity you gain, the more your actions will naturally align with your intentions. Acting with intention also requires presence. To be intentional, you must be fully aware of the moment you are in. Presence allows you to focus on what you are doing, why you are doing it, and how it contributes to your larger purpose. When you are present, you become more attuned to the choices before you and the potential consequences of those choices. This awareness empowers you to act in ways that reflect your true self rather than being swayed by distractions or the expectations of others. Intentionality transforms even the smallest actions into meaningful expressions of your values. Consider something as simple as a conversation with a loved one. When you act with intention, you approach the conversation with mindfulness and care, listening deeply and speaking thoughtfully. This deliberate approach fosters connection and understanding, turning an everyday interaction into a moment of genuine significance. Acting with intention in the small things sets the tone for living with purpose in the larger aspects of life. At its core, acting with intention is a declaration of self-respect. It is a statement that your time, energy, and focus are valuable and that you will not squander them on activities or commitments that do not serve your highest good. This does not mean avoiding responsibility or shirking obligations. Rather, it means approaching them with a mindset of purpose. Even tasks that seem mundane or routine can become opportunities to practice intention when you infuse them with a sense of purpose and presence. One of the most profound aspects of acting with intention is its ability to cultivate alignment. When your actions are intentional, they align with your beliefs and aspirations, creating a sense of harmony between who you are and what you do. This alignment fosters inner peace and confidence, as you no longer feel torn between conflicting desires or pulled in directions that do not resonate with your truth. Instead, your life becomes a reflection of your authentic self, and every step you take feels meaningful and deliberate. Acting with intention also requires discipline. It is easy to be swept away by distractions, procrastination, or the pull of instant gratification, but intentionality calls for focus and commitment. It asks you to prioritize what truly matters and to let go of what does not serve you. This discipline is not about rigidity or denying yourself joy. It is about making choices that support your long-term growth and fulfillment. The more you practice this discipline, the more natural it becomes to act with intention in every aspect of your life. Another key element of intentional action is adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and circumstances often shift in ways you cannot control. Acting with intention does not mean clinging to a fixed plan. It means being flexible and adjusting your actions while staying true to your values and purpose. This adaptability allows you to navigate challenges with grace, turning obstacles into opportunities for growth and learning. When you act with intention, even setbacks become part of your journey, guiding you toward greater clarity and resilience. Acting with intention also impacts your relationships. When you approach others with mindfulness and purpose, you create connections built on trust, respect, and authenticity. People are drawn to those who live with intention because it signals integrity and self-awareness. By acting with intention in your interactions, you inspire others to do the same, fostering a ripple effect of purposeful living in your community and beyond. To act with intention is to honor the life you have been given. It is a commitment to live fully and authentically, making choices that reflect your deepest values and aspirations. It is a practice of aligning your inner world with your outer actions, creating a life that feels meaningful and fulfilling. Acting with intention is not always easy. It requires effort, reflection, and courage, but it is profoundly rewarding. As you cultivate this practice, you will find that your actions carry more weight, your days hold more significance, and your life becomes a true expression of the person you are meant to be. Stillness is a profound and transformative state that allows you to connect with the deeper layers of your being. In a world filled with noise, distractions, and constant activity, cultivating stillness can feel both elusive and revolutionary. Yet, within stillness lies the key to clarity, peace, and an unshakable sense of purpose. It is not merely the absence of movement or noise, it is the presence of awareness, a conscious state where you can hear the whispers of your soul and align with your highest self. The practice of cultivating stillness begins with a willingness to pause. This pause is an act of defiance against the relentless pace of modern life, where productivity and busyness are often equated with success. By choosing to pause, even momentarily, you create space to step back from the chaos and tune into your inner world. In this space, you begin to recognize that much of the noise that surrounds you is not essential. It is a distraction, pulling your attention away from the things that truly matter. Stillness invites you to become an observer of your own mind. As you sit quietly without judgment or expectation, you notice the thoughts that arise. They may be fleeting or persistent, uplifting or unsettling, but in the stillness you learn to watch them without becoming entangled in them. This detachment is not about ignoring your thoughts or emotions. It is about recognizing that they are not the entirety of who you are. Beneath the stream of mental chatter lies a deeper awareness, steady, peaceful, and unchanging. Through stillness you cultivate presence. When you are still, you are fully in the moment, free from the pull of the past and the anxieties of the future. This presence allows you to see life as it truly is, rather than through the filters of regret or anticipation. You become more attuned to the beauty and simplicity of the present moment, finding joy in the small, often overlooked details of life. Whether it is the sound of the wind, the rhythm of your breath, or the light of the setting sun, stillness helps you appreciate the here and now. Stillness is not something you achieve by force, it is something you allow. The more you try to quiet your mind or make yourself still, the more elusive it becomes. Instead, stillness arises naturally when you create the conditions for it. This might involve setting aside time each day to meditate, sit in silence, or engage in a mindful activity like walking in nature or journaling. Over time, these practices train your mind to settle, and stillness becomes a familiar and welcoming state. One of the greatest gifts of stillness is its ability to bring clarity. In the stillness, the noise of the world fades, and the answers you seek begin to surface. Conditions that once felt overwhelming become clear, not because the external situation has changed, but because your perspective has shifted. Stillness allows you to distinguish between the voice of fear and the voice of intuition, helping you to act from a place of wisdom rather than reactivity. It also fosters resilience. When you are still, you connect with an inner strength that is not dependent on external circumstances. Life's challenges, uncertainties, and setbacks no longer feel as overwhelming because you have cultivated a place of peace within yourself. This inner stillness becomes a refuge, a source of stability that you can return to whenever the world around you feels chaotic. It reminds you that while you cannot control everything that happens, you can always control how you respond. As you cultivate stillness, you may also notice a deepening of your relationships. Stillness teaches you to listen not just to the words of others, but to the emotions, intentions, and unspoken truths beneath them. This attentive listening fosters connection and understanding, strengthening your bonds with the people around you. When you approach interactions from a place of stillness, you bring a sense of calm and presence that others naturally respond to. It is not confined to moments of solitude, it can infuse your entire way of being. Even in the midst of activity, you can carry a sense of inner stillness with you. This might look like approaching a busy day with calm focus, or responding to a stressful situation with patience and composure. The stillness within you becomes a steady anchor, grounding you regardless of what is happening externally. Cultivating stillness is not about escaping the world, it is about engaging with it more fully. When you are still, you connect with the deeper truths of existence, the interconnectedness of all things, the abundance of the present moment, and the vast potential that lies within you. This connection transforms how you see yourself and the world, fostering a sense of gratitude, purpose, and awe. Stillness is a practice of coming home to yourself. In the quiet, you rediscover who you are beyond the roles you play, the labels you wear, and the expectations placed upon you. You remember that you are not defined by the rush of life or the opinions of others. Instead, you are a being of infinite potential, capable of creating and experiencing profound peace and joy. As you cultivate stillness, you step into this truth, allowing it to guide you toward a life of greater clarity, purpose, and fulfillment. To recognize your divine identity is to awaken to the profound truth of your existence. You are more than flesh and bone, more than the sum of your experiences, and more than the labels the world assigns to you. You are an expression of the infinite, a being imbued with the essence of creation itself. This realization is not merely a lofty idea or spiritual ideal, it is a transformative awakening that shifts the way you see yourself, others, and the world. It is the foundation for living a life of purpose, power, and peace. Your divine identity begins with the understanding that you are not separate from the source of all that is. Whether you call this source God, the universe, or the infinite, it is not something outside of you. It is the very essence of your being. Just as a wave is not separate from the ocean, you are not separate from the infinite creative force that permeates everything. This truth is often obscured by the illusions of the physical world, illusions of limitation, lack, and separation. Yet, beneath these illusions lies your true nature, eternal, boundless, and whole. To recognize your divine identity, you must first release the false beliefs that cloud your perception. These beliefs may have been shaped by societal conditioning, past experiences, or the opinions of others. They tell you that you are small, powerless, or unworthy. But these are not truths, they are distortions. The first step in reclaiming your divine identity is to challenge and dismantle these limiting narratives. Ask yourself, who am I beyond these stories? What is the truth of my being? The answers to these questions will lead you closer to your divine essence. Your divine identity is not something you need to earn or achieve, it is your birthright. It has always been within you, waiting to be acknowledged. Recognizing this identity is not about becoming something new, it is about remembering who you already are. This remembrance often comes in moments of stillness, when the noise of the world fades and you connect with the quiet presence within. In these moments, you may feel a sense of peace, love, or expansiveness that defies explanation. That is the spark of your divine nature, reminding you of your true self. Living from your divine identity transforms how you see yourself. You begin to understand that you are not defined by your past, your circumstances, or even your achievements. These are aspects of your human experience, but they do not encompass the totality of who you are. When you recognize your divine nature, you see yourself as limitless, capable of creating and experiencing far more than you once thought possible. You no longer view challenges as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for growth and self-discovery. You approach life with a sense of confidence and trust, knowing that the same creative power that shaped the stars flows through you. This recognition also transforms how you see others. When you understand your own divine nature, you begin to see that same divinity in everyone around you. You realize that all beings are interconnected, each a unique expression of the same infinite source. This awareness fosters compassion, forgiveness, and unity. It becomes harder to judge or harbor resentment because you see beyond the surface level differences and recognize the shared essence that unites all of humanity. This shift in perspective can heal relationships, deepen connections, and create a profound sense of harmony in your interactions. Your divine identity is also the key to manifesting the life you desire. When you operate from this awareness, you align with the creative force of the universe. You no longer see yourself as a passive observer of life, but as an active participant in its unfolding. Your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs become the tools with which you shape your reality. By aligning these tools with the truth of your divine nature, you step into your role as a creator, bringing your visions and desires into existence with grace and ease. Recognizing your divine identity also brings a sense of purpose. You understand that your life is not random or meaningless. It is part of a greater tapestry, intricately woven with intention and love. Your unique talents, passions, and experiences are not accidental. They are the gifts you bring to the world. Living from your divine identity means embracing these gifts and using them to contribute to the collective good. This sense of purpose infuses your life with meaning, joy, and fulfillment. At times, it may feel challenging to maintain this awareness, especially in a world that often emphasizes fear, division, and limitation. But recognizing your divine identity is not about perfection, it is about persistence. It is a practice of remembering, moment by moment, the truth of who you are. Even when you stumble or forget, the spark of divinity within you remains unchanged. Each day is an opportunity to reconnect with this truth, to realign with your essence, and to live from a place of love and empowerment. In recognizing your divine identity, you also come to understand the boundless potential of your life. You are not here to merely survive, you are here to thrive, to create, and to experience the fullness of existence. You are here to express the unique light that only you can bring into the world. When you live from this awareness, you become a beacon of inspiration for others, reminding them of their own divine nature. Recognizing your divine identity is the greatest act of love you can offer yourself. It is a declaration that you are enough, just as you are. It is an acknowledgement of your worthiness, your beauty, and your infinite potential. This recognition is not just a belief, it is a lived experience that transforms every aspect of your life. It is an awakening to the truth that you are, and have always been, divine,